Lights are on. The field is live. Let's do this, Tuscaloosa. This is Hillcrest Football on the Hillcrest Football Broadcast Network.
He's on fire tonight, breaks the tackle. He's to the 10, he's to the 5. He's in the end zone. Yes. Touchdown, Patriots.
For live video stream, catch all the action this season on YouTube Live and NFHS Network. For live audio stream, tune in to Mixlr.com. That's MIXLR.com. And now, to the Bama Stuff broadcast booth with Brent Jones, Brad Armstrong, Brian Pirano, and the Hillcrest Football broadcast crew on the Hillcrest Football Broadcast Network.
Hello and welcome to Roy Johnson Stadium as the Hillcrest Patriots prepare to take on the Sparkman Senators in the first home game of the 2025 season. Welcome to the County Commissioner of District 3, Mark Nelson pregame show. I'm Brent Jones, and I have a special guest broadcaster here tonight, much prettier than the other two who are usually here with me. This is my beautiful wife that you hear me talk about all the time on the air. This is my wife, Lindsay. Lindsay, say hello.
Hello, everyone.
And Lindsay, can you give me a breakdown of tonight's game?
Yeah, I think that we are going to win by 15.
15, okay. What are the keys to the game tonight?
Well, I think it's just ball control.
Ball control?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's a good one. That's a good one. All right, so what do you think Hillcrest needs to do particularly to win?
Limit the amount of penalties and mistakes going in, because, you know, we struggle with that. I'm just kidding. I don't know. I have no clue if we struggle with that.
Well, actually, we didn't have a penalty until the third quarter last week.
Okay, well, then never mind on that.
But look, you know, you did a good job of improv there. You, took football cliches, and you're like, surely some of them are going to work,
Something
right?
will stick. It's always ball control.
It is ball control, right. Okay, that's very good. Well, tell us why you're here, really.
To see my son, Baker Jones, in the drum line, which I got to see them practicing right out there, and I was doing a video, which I think he was very embarrassed about.
Oh, okay.
He waved.
Well, I mean, you know, teenagers, parents.
Sure.
There's a level of embarrassment there. We know that.
Sure.
Okay.
But that's why I'm here, and I'm sweating already.
Well, it's kind of warm, but there's a nice breeze outside, so you should be okay once we get out there.
But I'm not outside, so I'm sweating.
Okay. Hey, and by the way, I want to mention to you that you are in the Bama Stuff broadcast booth.
David Jones.
That's right.
I know him.
David was up here even today, helping me get all the technical stuff worked out.
That guy is a genius and a wizard.
He is. All right, so Coach P. Brad? Okay.
Am I done here?
Brian, well, I mean, I guess not.
Where is Brad?
Well, he's right there. Brad's really good at showing up at the last minute, plugging in his headset, and going on the air. You might as well come back to us, Kylie, because Darius doesn't have a very interesting shot there. I don't know if he's at his post right now. Why don't you come back to us and go out there and tell him that we're on the air so he'll know to pick up some interesting shots for us. All right, here we go. Brad is in the back behind us, as you can see, in a little bit of a business meeting going on, so let's continue on. Okay, Lindsay, you can just, do your improv and pretend like you know what's happening here, and I'm going to tell you about this game tonight. Come back to us in the booth. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I was saying actually physically go out there to him and tell him to get to his post. Okay, anyway, we're having some fun here tonight because, I mean, this is high school football, and that's what it's all about. It's fun, right? Hope you're able to come out to the stadium tonight and join us. It's going to be a beautiful night for football. The temperature is going to be in the low 70s throughout most of the game. There's a nice little breeze going, which is great news for late August. That almost never happens. But let's talk about the game in particular here tonight. The Hillcrest Patriots coming off a big 35-7 win last week.
Huge.
Yeah, over the Florence Falcons, looking fantastic in that first week. Now, Sparkman is no slouch. They did lose last week, 34-20 to who did they lose to? Well,
don't sleep on Sparkman.
Don't sleep. Hey,
don't sleep on him.
But you see, the theme for the school for today was sleep on Sparkman.
Oh,
right, and they were supposed to wear pajamas, and a lot of kids wore pajamas.
I didn't even
to
know
school.
that.
Yeah, that's right. So we were sleeping on Sparkman, right? But anyway, so Sparkman is the third biggest school in the state of Alabama.
Wow.
Yeah. So they have a lot of students to choose from for their football team.
Where are they located?
Did you talk to him? You did?
Good question.
Okay, good. All right.
Harvest, Alabama.
Harvest, Alabama.
Harvest, which
Where's
is
Harvest?
right outside of Huntsville.
Oh, okay.
Way up in North Alabama.
God's country.
Don't sleep on Sparkman. Don't. Do you see the sweat beads? I could feel you seeing them.
No.
Okay. Well, it was a hot walk here.
Okay. So, anyway, Sparkman scored 20 points. Hey, Brian, who did Sparkman lose to last week?
Sparkman lost to Spain Park.
Spain Park,
Spain
yes.
Park.
Spain Park, a very, very good 6A program. So it was no slouch that they lost to. So it's going to be probably a bit more of a challenge for the Patriots here tonight. And
The run
also,
game.
one of the things that we talked about that we're worried about the Patriots doing tonight is, you know how when you come out and you're really successful in a first game, you kind of get the big head and think, what do we got to do? We got this, no problem. This is easy. Come out overconfident, and that causes you to have mistakes. Right? So that's what the Patriots are trying to avoid tonight. And, these are, 15, 16, 17, 18-year-old kids, and it's the coach's job this week to make sure that they avoid that trap.
Mm-hmm. Yep. No, I feel that. Got to pick up the run game.
Hey, but Hillcrest run game, while we're talking about the run game, Hillcrest run game, incredible. Jacoby Harris, the sophomore,
Incredible.
ran for almost, ran for a little over 150 yards last week and had 20-something receiving yards, so close to 200 yards in total offense, and scored 3 touchdowns. He's only a sophomore, but he will be playing at the next level in Division I.
For sure.
You can count on that because he's something special. Also, Jordan Shamley, well, you don't get to sit there for the game, right? That's where Armstrong sits.
I don't either.
That's right, you don't.
Do I need to give it up?
Well, you guys ready to join us?
Yeah, whenever you are.
Okay. Wait, but first, thank
Okay.
you, Lindsay. You did a great job.
Thank you so much.
You are much more attractive than my usual co-host.
Regardless of the sweat beads. Go Pats.
All right. Okay, here we go as Lindsay passes over the headset to Coach P, and Brad gets his headset as well. So we are just about ready to go. Hey, Madison, you need to let Brad sit right there, okay? Thank you. We got our crew up here, our student crew up here as well. We've got Madison Long with us tonight. We got Kylie Robinson and Ariel Lewis all helping us out, doing a great job in their first year. And you see them there on camera behind me, stuffing their faces with food here while they still have the chance, okay? Hey, Coach P.
Yeah, yes.
Welcome to the broadcast.
Excited to be here, man. First home game of the year, man. It's exciting.
It is.
Dodging some range drops, but we certainly plenty of good seats. Turn me down a little.
I got you. Go ahead. Keep talking.
No. Great crowd right now. See the Sparkman Senators coming in. I'm not sure how much we talked about them, but they're excited to be down here. We traveled up there last year and had a great success, and hoping to repeat that here at Roy Johnson this evening, Mr. Jones.
Absolutely, and Brad Armstrong now plugging in his microphone, as he traditionally does at about this time every week. Of course, he has other responsibilities around the stadium before he's able to join us. Everything looking good, Coach Armstrong?
Everything looks great so far, yeah. I mean, it's actually, the temperature is not too – it's a little more muggy than it has been during the week. But it's shaping up to be a beautiful night. So obviously, if you're listening to the broadcast, you're likely not currently at the stadium.
We need to start Mixlr. We need to start Mixlr.
So come on, get to the stadium.
Yeah.
Or enjoy the broadcast from your home, which is fine too. It's going to be a great one.
Yeah,
I have no doubt.
Absolutely. We got everything up and running. Knock on wood. Everything's looking good, I believe. So here we go. All right. Hey, guys, welcome to the broadcast. Sorry I had to send the sub in for you, but, neither one of you were here.
It's my fault.
And, she looks good on camera. Well, good in person, but good on camera, so we decided to put her on the air, right, in your place. Good save.
No, yeah.
It's not an insult saying that she looks good on camera.
I didn't take it that way, Brad, but you seem to catch yourself like, I need to be completely specific about it. No, Lindsay, Lindsay was the A team. You're bringing in the B team with me now. So.
All right, so we're going to take a quick break, and we are going to go to the Coach Jamie Mitchell pregame show. So let's go to.
Hello and welcome to the Coach Jamie Mitchell pregame show. Coach Mitchell, last week we're sitting here, we're looking forward to the start of the 2025 season. We're hopeful it's going to be a good one, and man, was it a good one, especially that first quarter. Probably one of the most complete first games of the season that I've ever seen.
Yeah, we were really clean, and we talked a bunch about that this week at practice. Just in playing mistake-free football, don't beat yourself. And so many times you see teams that they self-implode, and they create problems that they don't have to create by mental mistakes. And we just did a great job of staying away from that. And when you make yourself be beaten by your opponent instead of helping them beat you, it makes for a good night.
Right. Maybe I'm hoping this is going to be like a characteristic of this team, but it seemed to us up in the booth that they came out ready, they came out focused, they came out confident, no hesitation at all.
Yeah, I think that goes to our coaching. I think our offensive and defensive staff had our kids ready to play, and we've got exceptional coaches here at Hillcrest that do an incredible job. And Coach Patterson had his stinger out. We didn't play defense last year to the level that we want to, and those guys they remember that. And they've been driven for a year to get our brand of defense back, and I thought we did a great job of that Friday. Hopefully that'll carry on as we move forward.
Well, let's see that. Let's talk about moving forward. Sparkman coming into town, as you mentioned, it's one of the biggest schools in the state. Tell us a little bit about them.
Just like I say, third largest school in the state of Alabama. So they have a huge talent pool to pick from, and they've got talented players. They really do. And I think as you go through 7A football, I learned that in Arkansas. You're just not going to run away with people. Everybody's got talent. Everybody's well coached, and you're not going to see the scores that we had in 6A. They're just not going to happen. You've got too good of football teams, and Sparkman's certainly capable. They have got a super athletic quarterback that end up being a big-time recruit just on his athletic ability alone. And they've got great speed at wide receiver. Running back's really good. And, I think they're trying to find themselves a little bit defensively. They had some big losses over there. One of the best players in the state of Alabama left and went to Georgia in the NIL deal. So they're dealing with that. They're a quality 7A football team that will show up here Friday night, and they'll have their game ready to go.
And our first home game of the season, what does that mean to you and the team?
That means everything, man. Our kids love playing here, and our fans have done, our student body, just such a great environment. It's fun to be here. It's fun to be at home. It's the way it ought to be. Your home field should have a great feel to it, and a great advantage, and so much of that goes into your fan base. And our band was great. They traveled all the way to Florence last week with us and did a great job, and so it'll be a great environment for us here. We're excited about it.
All right. Yeah, can't wait. Let's make it 2-0. Appreciate it, Coach.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks for joining.
All right, we are back at Roy Johnson Stadium, and the Pride of Patriot Parkway Marching Band is out on the field now, ready with their pregame entertainment. Let's see what we got going on here. I don't think we're starting the national anthem just yet, are we?
No.
No, this is the pregame entertainment. Okay, so let's move on, guys, and let's go ahead and let's talk about our keys to victory. Our keys to victory brought to you by Alabama Express. Alabama stuff, you need it, go to Alabama Express or Bama stuff. They're right there beside each other. They have absolutely everything that you need. Okay, let's take a look at Hillcrest keys to victory for tonight, guys. The first thing we've got is to build upon the success from last week.
It's easy to beat a team 35-7, and all of a sudden you think you're a world beater. So you really got to look past what the score was. And Coach McKinney actually talked to Coach Pirano and myself on the way home from the game last week against Florence. And it's this new mindset that you have to have. And I think, a lot of people that are Alabama fans know Nick Saban always talked about the process.
Yeah,
you can't think about winning or losing, or don't worry about the score. It's all about, are you getting better or are you not? And that's what you have to do. You got to analyze the film from a productive standpoint, or from a standpoint of what can I do better to improve myself, not necessarily from I won.
Right.
And that's a difficult thing for a teenager to do.
Right. Agreed.
Yep.
And, Saban always preached, you win that play. If you focus on winning the play that you are in at the moment, then those are going to build upon each other.
Definitely.
And you're going to win the game.
Right.
All right, and I think we're about to start the national anthem here. So, Kylie, if we can go to the field shot of the band, please. We'll come back to these keys in just a moment, and we will enjoy the Pride of Patriot Parkway Marching Band and our national anthem. Well, we're waiting for the color guard to enter the field. That's why we're in the silence right now before the national anthem starts, but we'll be there in just a moment. There we go, our national anthem from the Pride of Patriot Parkway Marching Band. If we can go back to those keys to victory, please, Kylie. We'll continue on with that, guys. We said build on success and avoid overconfidence, and those are very related to each other, right?
Oh, no doubt. And, Brad was talking a lot about making sure we don't start feeling ourselves a little bit. And just talking to a lot of our coaches this week, that's kind of what they preach. We got off to that fast start last week, 21 points before it feels like we even blinked, Brent. Then after that, it was a pretty mediocre game from a film standpoint. I do think they stress upon, we didn't do anything last week. We beat a Florence team. We're playing Sparkman this week, and then we got to keep getting better, like you said, because it certainly doesn't get easier from here on out, though, Brent.
All right, let's move on to the Sparkman keys to victory.
Yeah.
And what we have here first, gosh, I can't even read what
I got
it
right here,
says.
Brent. Use Brent, it's printed out. I printed it out right there, buddy. Hey, the first
Use
thing
the
with
clock.
Use the clock to keep the Patriots off the field. One of the things we did last week is we scored very quickly, right? We got the ball. We went down there. It seemed like Jacoby did a lot. It seemed like anytime we got the ball into Chambly's hands, he did a great job there. So Sparkman is going to try to control the ball on the ground, try to make sure, limit the Hillcrest possessions, and make sure anytime that Sparkman defense is on the field, hopefully it's 3 and out, 6 and out, something to where they can get back on offense.
Yeah, and something we can look for from this Sparkman offense is their big running back. He's a bruiser. He's a downhill runner, and the defense is going to be challenged to stop him. And I know that's what Sparkman is going to kind of try to utilize to keep the Hillcrest offense off the field.
Yeah, definitely. And you talked about it a little bit here as well. They got to find some defense, and they got to find a way to score with Hillcrest. Last week Spain Park, I believe, put up 39 points on them. So it's the sort of thing where they're going to have to get off the field. Hopefully for us, it'll be much of the same as last week,
right,
where we jump
leads
on them
us
early.
to our second key to victory, which is find some defense.
Right.
Okay, so those are your Alabama Express keys to victory. And guys, we're just a few minutes away from kickoff here at Roy Johnson Stadium. First home game, the atmosphere is great. The weather, oh my gosh, the weather for the last couple of days of August, you really can't ask for much more than this. I mean, it's not like an October game or anything, but we could be up here sweating to death.
We have before, trust me, an August 29th game where I don't want to call it pleasant because the humidity's pretty high, but golly, Brent, we have sat through some 100-degree August 29th games before. Yeah. So this is a refreshing night, and as long as we can keep those raindrops at bay for about 3 more hours, I think we'll be very good.
Absolutely. And hey, how about that Pride of Patriot Parkway marching band? You can go to the field shot, please, Kylie. How about that Pride of Patriot Parkway marching band here doing a great job with the pregame show? And something interesting.
How about the band, camera guy?
And right. And something else about the band and the halftime show tonight. If you look across the way, guys, do you see the Sparkman band?
No, that's interesting.
I don't see the band.
The Sparkman band is not here tonight. I understood, Ms. Miller, our band director, told me that they were unable to find enough buses to get their band here tonight. So the halftime show is just going to be the Hillcrest band, not the Sparkman band, which is kind of disappointing. And it's also disappointing looking at the empty bleachers over there as well. I mean, I know that Harvest, Alabama is, 2.5 hours away or so.
Yeah, I agree. That's a tough trip. But at the same time, I mean,
the buses, I was even thinking, coming in, I was running to do some things before kickoff, and I noticed at Sparkman, one of the buses they had was a UAH bus. So
I saw that too, Pete. Yeah.
So they had one that seemed like a charter and then a UAH bus that they had. So apparently they were in short supply in that Huntsville area. I don't know how many other schools in Huntsville were looking to travel this week, but you can see Sparkman. Brad and I were talking a little bit prior to the national anthem. We can probably count on both hands and both feet the number of people they are in the Sparkman stands, but it's sometimes what you get, Brad, when a program that's not done well over the last several years. I don't know the last time they almost made the playoffs last year. I think they finished 3-4 in the region, tied for 5th place. But I'm sure they could use a big win though, because they start area play next week as well.
Well, can you imagine? You think about it. It's going to be real difficult for kids of any kind, whether they have cars, whether they don't have cars, and to find a way to get, because, I mean, as a parent of a teenager, I'm not sure I'm letting my teenager drive 2.5 hours to a football game. And so you can understand why and you're talking about the success. Yeah. It's tough.
I'm looking right now, they have not had a winning season since 2020. So, that's very difficult. That starts to build on it year after year, where you kind of expect to lose, just like Coach Mitchell has brought the environment where we expect to win now, no matter if it's Sparkman, no matter if it's Florence, no matter if it's Hoover next week, though. Just kind of looking back, it's been a dozen years since Sparkman has even won a playoff game. It's not been much of a football school there. They've done pretty well in basketball. They've had a decent amount of success in softball. But football has not been their forte.
Yeah, it's funny. You said that those sports, they not only have they had success, basketball and softball, they've been dominant.
Absolutely. Sparkman's won multiple state championships.
So,
all right, hey guys, look out on the field. We've got the Alabama Credit Union coin toss about to take place here. The captains for Hillcrest tonight, Joe Davidson, number 10. The safety, he did a great job at the Hillcrest Huddle the other night with the interview. He's a great speaker. And also number 3, the senior wide receiver, Caden Smith, out there for the coin toss right now. The captains For Sparkman, I'm glad their numbers are going to be easy to read
Yeah,
here
they
tonight. What do we got, number 51? Is that right?
That's a
That looks
61,
right.
I believe.
61, Tyson Young, who is the center. We've also got number 10, Blake Battle, who's a middle linebacker and an outside linebacker. Number 3 for Sparkman, Braylon Lawson, the running back. And also number 8,
Yeah, that's what I got, Brett.
Cameron Reynolds, wide receiver.
Good job, boys. I think you're right.
I don't have a number 8.
Number
on
8,
mine.
or is that number 6?
That's number
there's-
6.
There's number 8.
Yeah, the Sparkman roster we got for
Okay.
them is pretty abbreviated. It only looks as if there's about 75 people here. So we may have a number or two we're not familiar with, and we'll do our best to get those names as the game progresses.
Okay, it looks like Hillcrest lost the toss. Is that right? Yeah, Sparkman won the toss and is electing to receive.
Mitchell
that's as good as a win.
Coach
Okay.
Mitchell and Coach P will take that.
So Hillcrest will defend, and let's take a moment here. Let's hold on just a minute, because now we're going to get a shot of the Hillcrest Patriots coming through the banner here in just a moment. Sparkman captains take their place over to the north end zone. Here comes the banner standing up, being held up by the cheerleaders, and the Patriots getting ready to break through. And let's see, and banner's hard to hold up.
It's a real hard thing. We're kind of in the process of working on that, just to
Okay.
let you know.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, good. But they got it up pretty good now.
They did. They're some battlers.
All right. Let's see what time we got here. 6:56. We're almost ready
Let's
for
go.
some football. Got the fans out there. Was Sleep on Sparkman Day today here at Hillcrest. Everybody in their pajamas. That was a lot of fun today.
It's a good day, though, Brett. I mean, the Friday before Labor Day weekend, nice 3-day weekend, college football starting, first home game, man.
Yeah.
It's been, you could kind of feel the vibe at Hillcrest today.
Yeah, a lot of sleeping will be going on this weekend, too, with the extra time at home for sure. Hillcrest students lined up out on the field all dressed in black, which looks great as well. The Patriots awaiting their cue to come on. We got a few Patriots out in front with the Hillcrest team flag, also the American flag, and here they come to the sideline. The crowd greets the Hillcrest Patriots as they make their way to the sideline, but it looks like
Thank you, Ryan Matherson. Thank you.
Had some trouble with the PATS
Nah,
flags.
just Coach P. That was Ryan. I paid Ryan.
It's your night, right?
Yeah, it
It's
is.
Coach P night. The ATS.
Yeah.
The ATS.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or the all-terrain. Wait a minute. ATS. What does ATS stand for?
Against the spread. How we do
Yes,
our
that's
college
exactly
pick 'em.
right.
How we
Against
do
the
our
spread.
college
Yes.
pick 'em.
That's exactly
How will the Pats do against the spread tonight? And what is the spread?
19.
The spread is 19, really?
According to the
That's-
historical football site.
Oh, okay. So Hillcrest a 19-point favorite. What's your pick?
Earlier today, I picked 32-9.
32-9. What's your pick?
Golly, I think it looks a lot more like last weekend. I'll say 42-7.
Cool.
42-7. Okay. I'm going to go 38-10.
Okay, so
Okay.
we're all picking the cover then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
I guess so.
Cool. Yeah.
38-10.
Gotcha.
Okay. So here we go. We're getting ready for the Tiger Rock kickoff. And while we're getting ready for the Tiger Rock kickoff, Brad, we got a moment here to welcome a new sponsor to our program.
Yes.
Would you like to talk about our new sponsor a little bit?
Absolutely. And obviously, we're glad to have Mission Express Car Wash
Yeah.
in Cottondale.
Yeah.
Good friends of the owner, Chase Smith. And just so you're aware, they're the only locally owned and operated car wash in the Tuscaloosa area. So I think you'll get good customer service. I know if you go down there, Chase is there a lot. So Chase will take care of you. But yeah, Mission Express Car Wash, the location is
Sponsoring
just the stat line.
the stat line,
So
yes.
and they're just off the Cottondale exit there behind Cracker Barrel. So if you go to 5 Points where the old Southland restaurant used to
yeah,
be.
yeah.
So right there in that area is where Mission Express is. They'll take care of you.
Okay, here we go with the Tiger Rock kickoff. Coming from the toe of Elijah Miller, and the 2025 home season is upon us. It'll be fielded at the 9-yard line. He'll cut it up the middle, makes a move, but he is brought down right there at about the 15-yard line. Did you catch the number on that one? That was DeMarcus Ryle making that tackle for the Patriots to start this game off right.
Yeah, you get, first of all, nice kick by Elijah. It was a nice high ball. It gives your coverage team time to get down and cover, and DeMarcus Ryle did a good job. He was kind of the outside safety. You know, he's got the end, and they did a really good job protecting from keeping the returner getting around edge.
All right, after this play, we'll take a look at our starting lineup for tonight for the Hillcrest defense after this play. 1st and 10 for Sparkman from the 15. Here's a snap, a little sweep around right in. Met right there at about the 21-yard line, so it's a nice little pickup of about 6 for Sparkman. Let's take a look at our defensive starters for tonight for the Patriots. All right, so first of all, we have Kemarcus Silver, who is a safety. Move on to the next one, please. DJ Jones at cornerback. Keep going, Kylie. Joe Davidson is a safety. Keep going, Kylie. JaMichael Watson, outside linebacker. Kylan Norfleet, cornerback. Miles Madden at linebacker. Ketori Hayward is a safety. Jaden Scott, defensive lineman. Jeremiah Beverly, defensive lineman. We'll get to the action here in just a second. Deshaun Pope. And back to the action. Those are our defensive starters. An incomplete pass on 2nd down, and it will be 3rd down at about 5 for the Senators.
Yeah, a little swing pass to the flats, trying to get some sort of screen game going, but I thought Hillcrest did a really good job defensively. And Kemarcus Silvers was the defender that blew that up for Hillcrest.
Keaton Williams is the quarterback for the Sparkman Senators. He's flanked by one running back to his right. That is number 8, who is not on our roster.
And he's not on the Max Preps roster either. I may ask the Sparkman people a little bit, but I can't find him.
Yeah, but he's the big running back that we've heard so much about, and he's going to get the handoff here. He breaks a couple of tackles. He's met in the hole by the Pats' big number 1, Zay Hall, and he'll be stopped about a yard short of the 1st down at the 27-yard line, 26-yard line, I should say.
Surely they have to punt here. I mean, they're 4th in the yard, but this deep in Patriot territory, first possession of the game, Brad, I would think the Sparkman coach would put the ball on his punter's foot.
Good thing the kids aren't coaching, because it looked like a lot of Senators on the field were asking to go for it.
Heck, if this was the high school version of Madden, I would definitely be going.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
All right, so double trouble back deep for the Patriots. Jacoby Harris and, of course, Caden Smith. And the snap is over the punter's head and into the end zone. And he will recover it in the end zone for a safety. Replay, please, Kylie. Replay quickly. All right.
Well, there's a nice start, fellas.
And the safety for the Pats. So Zay Hall is the one there to tag him down. So Zay Hall officially credited with the safety.
Yeah, and if you had Zay Hall for the first score of the game, that's something tough right there.
I tell you what, if that's on your bingo board,
no kidding,
that would have taken up a lot of bingo spots.
And also, and I see how I'm going to get to the 32 points that I predicted.
I thought it's funny you said that. The very first thing I thought about was I was thinking, okay, Brent said 38.
I predicted the end of second block every week.
Yeah.
And then the announcements ran late.
Yeah.
So the bell rang, Brad, and I had to get something out quick, and I froze and choked.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. What score did you say again?
32-9.
32-9.
And I got 38 right. So, that's a big help for me on my prediction,
It's interesting. That's an interesting pick, boys.
Well, I just had a feeling that we'd have something unusual happen, not just your standard
you got any feeling
touchdowns.
about lottery numbers or anything?
I know.
I was about to say, Brent.
Okay, and so we're a minute and 47 into the game. Obviously, Sparkman's the only team that's touched the ball so far, but Hillcrest is up 2-0. It's pretty nice. You haven't possessed it, and you're up.
All right, so here we are with the Tiger Rock kickoff coming your way. And, of course, this kickoff will take place from the 20-yard line because that's where you place it after a safety. So Hillcrest will start out on offense with great field position. Kicker approaches, toe to leather, a high, short kick that will be fielded at the 48-yard line and returning it to the 45 and all the way down to the Sparkman 40 is the Pats' Jalen Cook, the wide receiver. Wow. They netted, 22 yards on that kickoff, kicking from the 20, and now Hillcrest will take over at the Sparkman 42.
When was the last time we had a safety in our favor? Was it the St. Paul's game a few years ago?
Oh, didn't we? I was thinking. You know what's funny? I almost said the Spirit Night the other night.
Oh, you're right. You're right, though.
Because I was like, we just had one, but then that's when it hit. But it wasn't in game.
Okay, Pat's on offense for the first time tonight. It's the option over left guard, and Jordan Shambly will run it forward for a nice pickup of about 6 down to the 36-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 4.
Jordan, it's a little tough from this view to see, but Jordan's a big boy. You see him
He's
in the
tall.
hallway right now, and he's certainly gotten thicker over the last couple years.
I was going to say, you said thicker. He's pretty lanky looking from up here.
Yep.
I bet he's got
not
a
as
frame
much
that
as
you
he
can
was.
add some weight,
Absolutely.
though.
Here's the snap and the pitch out to Jacoby Harris around
Hit it,
left end. Jacoby breaks through, runs it out of bounds to the 28-yard line, and that's enough for a Stephen Fikes All-State first down for the Pats.
Brent, that's a near side run. Remember, we've talked about this numerous times throughout the Jamie Mitchell era, but the old boundary run is a staple. You kind of outnumber. You don't have to worry about how fast you are, and that's certainly not the last time you're going to call Jacoby Harris's name tonight.
Absolutely not. Shotgun formation again. Jordan back to pass,
ball.
zips this one to his receiver, Jalen Cook, but it's too hot for him to handle. It'll fall incomplete, 2nd and 10.
Nice ball, though, right on the money.
Hit Cookie in the hands.
Definitely hit Cookie right in the hands. We got to make sure we catch that one. And Jalen Cook is a pretty sure-handed receiver.
Yeah, that
So,
ball was coming
yeah.
out with some zip, though. you
Yeah,
know?
it was. And Jordan throws a really good ball, and right on the money there.
Jordan shotgun again. Takes the snap, the option around right in. He cuts it up, breaks a tackle, crosses inside the 25, and he'll be spun to the ground backwards a couple of yards from there. He'll be down at the 27. Only a gain of about 2 yards. It'll be 3rd down and 8.
I was about to say, the line judge on the far side of the field did not give him credit for forward progress.
Well,
Thank goodness the line.
I'm sorry, go ahead. I didn't mean to
Well,
interrupt
the
you.
line judge on this side of the field did give him forward progress, so he moved up 1.5 yards.
Okay, it kind of looked like he was breaking free, and they had not blown
Right.
the whistle, and then he got tackled a yard or two back. I think that's what happened.
Well, you may be right.
By the
think
way,
that's a
I
good call.
apologize for talking over you. I've been told we talk over each other too much, so I'm going to try to.
I'm really guilty.
I'm going to try to wait. All right, here's a pass, zipped and dropped. Once again, that one to Jacoby Harris at about the 20-yard line, y'all. He's putting them right on the money, but they have some mustard behind them for sure.
Yeah, I was looking in warm-ups right now as it looks like we're coming in to try a pretty lengthy field goal right now. This looks like it'll be all of 42
Where's the kick?
yards right now.
Where's Elijah? I don't see the kicker.
All right, so
Oh, there he goes.
here he comes.
He's got plenty of time.
Okay.
Plenty of time.
you know he wasn't on his phone because those are outlawed at school, right?
Focus, Elijah. Focus.
If he had a phone on the sideline, Jamie
Right,
Mitchell and
look
he will
at-
have a very, very.
This is coming to where the play clock is now down to 5 seconds. Here's the snap, the placement. The kick is up, and wow, he's got enough leg for it.
Wow.
And it's through. It is good.
It's a heck of a kick.
That is what,
42.
42-yard
42,
field
yeah.
goal from the kicker, Elijah Miller, who I don't care what y'all say. You're saying I'm jinxing him, but he's still perfect on the season.
Way to go, Brent.
I knocked as I said it.
Well, I will say, that not only was good, but that would have been good for another 10
47,
yards.
48, 50.
Yeah, something like that. At least 45.
Yep.
I agree.
And let's notice this, too. He was rushed because he came out
Yeah.
late, but it wasn't a problem for
It
him.
may have been good, Brent. You know, that was his first attempt in high school at a field goal. They get 5 extra points last week, so maybe it was good that he didn't have time to think about it.
Speaking of 5, that's our score now. Hillcrest 5 and Sparkman 0. 8 minutes, 40 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Time for another Tiger Rock kickoff.
That's a baseball score,
I
guys.
was literally about
Yeah.
to say, here in the
Yeah.
bottom of the second. And the 2-3-4 hitter up for Sparkman.
All right, back deep for Sparkman, number 13 and number 7, and that would be Nathaniel Davis, a wide receiver, and number 7, who is not on the roster, respectively. We do have the name of the running back, though, now. So big number 8, we'll find out. We'll let you know his name as soon as we get going with this offensive possession. Great kickoff from Elijah Miller, fielded inside the 5, taking it up the middle, and to about the 25 is the receiver for Sparkman, number 13, Nathaniel Davis, and they will start right there.
Trent Curley took a shot from a shoulder. I saw a Sparkman Senator kind of, do the old shoulder into his face, and it caught him at a funny angle. He's a little shaken up, but he walked off on his own power, so good for him.
You guys remember why they're called the Senators?
Yes, something to do with the guy with the last name Sparkman.
Yes, he was a famous Alabama senator.
Not famous enough.
Did a lot
Not famous enough.
Did a lot for North Alabama.
Well, good. Built a large school up there.
Keaton Williams hands it off to Braylon Lawson, who is number 8, and this is exactly what Coach Mitchell was telling us. This is a power back, and you see him drag the pile to the 32-yard line, and that's a pickup of about 6, and it'll be 2nd and 4.
Brent, they also have 2 distinct line sizes. They've got a big, like a strong side and a quick side.
Lawson takes it, downhill running again. He gets tripped up this time after a couple. It'll be 3rd down and about a yard.
Yeah, 60 came in and cleaned up the pile there. I wouldn't be surprised if an official said something to him. That's not allowed.
I guess they're saying it was already established contact, but I agree, P. That was borderline for sure.
Yeah. So Hillcrest on the hard count, a little bit eager, gets pulled off sides. That'll be a 5-yard penalty against the Pats and give the Senators an automatic 1st down.
That's not generally Sean Pope's thing. He's the one that made the mistake, and he's a senior. You know, pretty atypical for the senior there.
They were moving at a very fast tempo, and they were ready for him to come with that downhill run on 3rd and 1. I can understand why he was a little bit anxious there.
Coach Patterson seems to be a little upset.
Wonder why. Here's a handoff to Lawson around left end. He breaks through. Nice gain. Almost to the sticks for a 1st down. He'll be about a half-yard short to the 48 of Sparkman. It'll be 2nd down and 1, and then they're in hurry-up mode once again. I can tell you one thing, Brandon Lawson is going to be tired after this drive because they're moving fast and they're handing it to him every time, and they're trying to draw the Pats off sides.
I thought that was offsides.
It looked pretty close for sure. I guess he was able to get back before he crossed into the neutral zone. Here's a play-action pass now. Pass across the middle, and this one falls incomplete. Nobody in the area from the pass from the quarterback, Keaton Williams.
Yeah, nice coverage there by Ketori Hayward. But he had the Sparkman Senator receiving core pretty covered up there. Nicely done by the Hillcrest defense. And you know, when you have 2nd and short, why not take a shot? And, of course, the way that Sparkman has run it so far, this particular drive, 3rd and 1 seems to be a no-brainer.
Yeah, they've had the Pats on their heels with this running game with Lawson. The snap, the handoff to Lawson, and he's hit in the backfield. Is that Zahal? Zahal breaks through. No gain on the play. It'll be 4th and 1. What will the Senators do here? Just a couple of yards away from midfield and an opportunity to keep a successful drive going. Looks like they're staying on the field.
You know what? You said no game. I'm sorry, Bree.
That's the same thing. That no game was generous.
I know. I thought so, too.
I thought it was going to be 4th and 3, Brad.
That's exactly what I was about to say. I didn't think he got back to line of scrimmage.
Agreed, but I had to look where the line judge marked him.
I think he marked him wrong.
Yeah.
Okay, so here we go. I think we know what's going to happen. Here we got 3 running backs behind the quarterback. Here's the snap and the handoff to Lawson, and Lawson is hit in the backfield again. And that is Miles Madden on the tackle for the Pats, as you'll see here on the replay, breaking through and saying, no, sir, we're not having that here tonight. Miles Madden, our defensive player of the game last week, coming up with a big play again here this week.
And tough break for Sparkman because the snap was not cleanly handled, and I thought that messed up the Senators' time. I thought they had the play, they blocked it well, but then anytime you have a little bit of a hiccup, it allows your linebacking core to break through. Miles Madden did a really good job right there coming in attacking the ball carrier.
It was fun talking to Miles at the Hillcrest Huddle on Tuesday night. We were talking about, how last year he had a really good season, right? He's a really good instinctive player. But this year is so different from him, and I think you could see it last Friday night. It's so different because he now understands the defense more. He understands his assignments. Mm-hmm. He's able to read things and know what his responsibilities are. He doesn't have to think. He knows what to do, and he just uses his athletic ability and reacts.
It's really interesting to think about the development of a kid on so many different levels, but you're talking about a kid who's just now a junior, and I think people take for granted that, you just get it because you're out there. And there's so many different – first of all, there's the athletic ability that's necessary. Then there's the ability to read a play and to know what to do with your responsibilities. Those things are really complicated, and Coach Patterson's defense is a read and react. It's not so simple.
So the Pats take over in good field position at the 45 of Sparkman now. Jordan rolls to his left, looks downfield, lets this one go, and the receiver is tripped. The receiver is tripped right as the ball gets there. Was he shoved from behind? I thought he caught his ankle.
Pushed him.
Let's see
he may
here
have
on
caught
the
his ankle, but he
replay.
definitely shoved him down too, Brent.
Okay, well, anyway, it's interference, and it's a 15-yard penalty and an automatic first down for the Pats. Man, that ball spins fast out of Jordan's hand.
He throws lasers out there.
Yeah, their feet got tangled up. He was pushing them, but
We'll take it.
oh, there's no doubt.
Yeah, they're just bringing it back so they can
Right.
mark it off accurately, the 15 yards on the pass interference. Guys, we got Baylor and Auburn up here on the TV,
We
huh?
do. We got a little
Okay.
U.S. Open up there.
Little Appalachian State Charlotte.
Looks like Baylor is threatening in the red zone against Auburn.
By the way, a little combo route, little levels action. We'll see if they continue to do that. That's been the second time that they've run little levels out there on the near side.
Stephen Fikes, All-State first down for the Pats. A handoff to DeJuan Johnson over right guard. DeJuan getting his second carry of the year. It's a pretty successful one, about 5 yards down to the 26-yard line. And we'll give him 4. It'll be second down and 6.
Yeah, Coach Sweeney was talking to him at lunch yesterday, and he had good things to say about number 0, DeJuan Johnson. Actually, we didn't talk about his running prowess, but he said he's very good this week in practice, picking up any blitzes that Sparkman may have and helping give Jordan a little extra time.
He stays in the game at fullback. Javion Lowe is the tailback who gets the pitch, and Javion breaks 3, 15, 10, 5, and touchdown Patriots. However, there is a flag on the play. Is that what you're saying, Brad?
Far side, about the 11-yard line. I believe their guilty party is going to be Jamarian Hinton. I thought I saw big number 76 push. Now, obviously, I'm looking through rose-colored glasses here, but it looked like he was just downfield blocking. But about the time that Jamarian
You're right.
pushed somebody, the line judge on the far side threw the flag, so I just figured it was holding, and that's what they called.
Yep, holding against the Pats. So the big touchdown run of 26 yards by Javion Lowe will come back, and they'll mark it from the spot of the foul.
Good news is it's going to be a net gain and not a loss of down.
Right, so where did the penalty happen?
About the 11.
About the 11, so it'll be marked from the 11.
Yep.
Back 10 yards from that. So that'll make the new line of scrimmage about the 21, yes.
So it turns out it was the 12 and the 22 now, Brent.
The 12
So,
and the 22,
Yep.
okay. But still, it's still a gain. Like you
Yes,
said, it's still
yep.
positive yardage even after the penalty. And it'll be second down and 2 for the Pats. Just take the points off the board.
Well, that's true, and I hate to take points off the board.
I know, nobody hates it more than Javion. I can
Especially
promise
here.
you that. All right, here's the option play. Jordan cuts it inside, spins for some yardage, and has the first down. Stephen Fikes, All-State first down to the 16-yard line inside the Centel Home Design red zone.
Yeah, I noticed on that particular play, the outside edge for Sparkman was reading option, didn't take the quarterback. Number one assignment of reading an option is somebody's got to be responsible. The quarterback, you got to make him pass the ball. You make him, you want him to toss it off to the running back. It's similar to defending a fast break in basketball. You got to stop the ball.
Jordan takes the handoff, takes the snap, pitches out on the end around to Caden Smith.
tackle.
Caden moves it to the 11-yard line. Nice pickup, but a good job of preventing a big gainer by Sparkman. It's a pickup of 5 down to the 12-yard line. It'll be second and 5.
Curlando Ayers.
Good open
On the
field
tackle.
tackle.
That was really good. You're
'Cause
right,
I thought
Pete.
he had the edge. I was already getting ready to start celebrating.
4:42 and counting remaining in the first. Hillcrest up 5-0, threatening once again in the Centel Home Design red zone. Jordan Chambly gets the play change from the sideline, calls it out to his offensive line. It's the option play. He pitches this one out to Jacoby. Jacoby's got some room around the edge. He's caught up with at about the 5, falls forward to the 4. That's a pickup of 6. He only needed 5 for the first down. It'll be first and goal for the Pats. Another Stephen Fikes All-State first down.
Yeah, nicely done. Good design. I will say Sparkman's defensive backs did a really good job kind of converging on the ball and not allowing Jacoby to get into the end zone.
A lot of speed out there, Brad.
Yeah, I agree. A lot faster than I expected.
All right, here's Jordan checking the sideline for the call. He's under center for this one. Jacoby is behind him at tailback. It's a handoff. Actually, Jordan doesn't hand it off, but he keeps it and he's in for the score. Touchdown, Patriots. Jordan Chambly doing a great job of spinning away from a tackler and reaching the ball forward over the goal line for the touchdown.
again, the Sparkman defender obviously was not successful in keeping Jordan out of the end zone, but Curlando Ayers, it seems to be all around the ball for Sparkman. So good effort there by the Senator.
The Brandy Patterson extra point attempt coming your way now, as Elijah Miller will make his way onto the field along with his holder, Mason Cameron. The Pats up now 11-0 with 3:57 remaining in the first quarter, looking to make it 12-0 after the extra point. The snap, the placement, the kick is up. It's good. We'll take a break. We're back after this. Hillcrest 11, Sparkman nothing. This is the Hillcrest football.
Ignite is a high school student employment initiative. We have a summer job fair, and a lot of employers have hired students from the summer job fair.
If you are not involved in Ignite, you should be involved in Ignite. It will be the best decision that you will make for your company in the hiring process.
It's an opportunity to grow your own workforce, to mentor young people. You can help give back to the community by helping students engage in a productive activity. Ignite.
All right, we are back at Roy Johnson Stadium, ready for the Tiger Rock kickoff. The Patriots now lead 12-0, 3:57 remaining in the first quarter after the touchdown by Jordan Chambly. Toe to leather from Elijah Miller, and it's a nice wobbly deep kick that will bounce at the goal line and go through the back of the end zone, and the Senators will start there. 1st and 10. Guys, this has been kind of a weird start to a game. 12-0. We've had a safety. We've had a stop on a 4th and short. I don't know. It just seems kind of strange, doesn't it? To you?
You know what? Very much, Brandon. Honestly, it's strange. No matter what you want to call it, I'll take it up 12-0, especially after kicking to start the game. But you're right, though. Defenses look good. The one offensive possession we had, we looked good. So while it's been a little bit odd, the results so far, nothing but exceptional for the Pats.
And the field position, the starting field position for Hillcrest has been around midfield every time.
There's 7 of us in the press box. You guys all want hamburgers or hot dogs?
Hamburgers.
Cheeseburgers?
Either one.
Okay.
Here's the snap. Quarterback back to pass. The left-handed pass is dropped at the 25-yard line. Intended there for the Senators' number 11, Zayden Bodner, but he's unable to hold on to the pass from his quarterback, Keaton Williams. 2nd and 10 now from the 20 for the Senators. Williams in shotgun, flanked by the big running back, Braylon Lawson. Claps to try to pull the Patriots off sides. He is unable to. Adjusting his offense now at the line of scrimmage. Here's the snap and the handoff to Braylon Lawson, who's looking for some room, but he's got nowhere to go as he's met by a host of Patriots, and he only picks up about a yard. He's a big running back, and they seem to be having the success when they were running up the gut and downhill. When they start trying to bring him around to the end, that's when the Patriots are getting that penetration and stopping him.
I think we've done a good job. I think Coach Patterson did a good job plugging that middle up a little bit and maybe making them do something they're not as comfortable with, Brent.
All right, so it's now 3rd down and 9 from the 21. Play action. Eaton back to pass, and he will be tackled by Jeremiah Beverly in the backfield, but I think it's pretty obvious that it was a face mask.
That was definitely a face mask. But hey, he did stop him. It's just going to give him a 1st down.
Now, question, is it aren't there different yardage amounts for face masks?
Oh, that was definitely the 15-yard
That was definitely pretty egregious, yes.
So the 15-yard, obviously it's not an automatic 1st down in high school football. However, the 15 yards is enough to gain the 1st down.
Right, they needed 9, and the new line of scrimmage is the 35-yard line. 3:13 remaining, Hillcrest up 12-0. Sparkman with new life after the penalty. Keaton Williams, the quarterback, calling the signals. Lawson, the running back, lines up behind him, shotgun formation. It's a handoff to Williams, and Williams is hit in the backfield Did you catch the number on that one?
I want to say 3, but I don't know. No, it's not. It's A.J. Love.
A.J. Love.
Yes.
A.J.
Number
Love
9.
playing his first game.
Breaking through with the big tackle
Correct.
of the running back. Wow. I tell you, it's been a different cast of characters on the defense, finding those seams and breaking into the backfield and making big plays tonight. First it was Zay Hall, then Miles Madden, now A.J. Love. Now here's Williams back to pass, rolling and completing at the 45-yard line to his receiver, Austin No, I'm sorry, I'm looking at the wrong one. To his receiver, Zayden Bodner. Bodner able to hold on this time, and that's a pickup of about 12 and enough for a first down for the Senators as they're quickly up to the line of scrimmage once again. New line of scrimmage, the 47 of Sparkman as they approach midfield. Keaton Williams sends a man in motion, calls for it, takes the snap, rolls to his left, and the lefty releases this one down the field, and it is caught, or is it?
Yeah, I think he got it.
Caught or dropped, I guess. Yes, he caught it right at the sticks at about the Hillcrest 42-yard line. Pickup of 11, and that's enough for a first down.
That's pretty well done. That seems to be their go-to target, and that's, I almost said Austin Cherry myself.
That's Bodner.
Zayden Bodner. Pretty sure-handed. He did drop the first attempt, but he hasn't dropped one since.
Caught these last two. Keaton Williams takes it, swings it out here to the right side. Some room crossing the 35 and down to the 34. A pickup of about 7 yards. The wide receiver Cameron Reynolds on the reception.
Sparkman's doing a pretty good job right now kind of spreading the Hillcrest defense out and attacking different spots so that Hillcrest can't focus on anything in particular. Sparkman's got a pretty good drive going right here, guys.
Absolutely, and when you open up the offense like that and spread it around the field, that opens it up for the big running back to take it up the gut, which I expect to see here pretty soon. Actually, it's a little bit of a reverse and some room on the left side and a leaping tackle. Actually, the running back leaps but has the first down at about the 22-yard line as he's tackled with plenty for the first down, a pickup of about 12.
Yeah, pretty good direction there. They had people. I didn't know which way the ball was going.
It was almost like a trap play.
That looked like an old Notre Dame box
play.
It did.
It sure did. Little wing tee action.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever it was, it worked. Williams hands it off this time to Lawson, and Lawson has a little bit more room. He's met by Joe Davidson at about the 20-yard line. He'll be knocked down there, but he'll have a pickup of about 5, and it'll be second down and 5 for the Senators.
Joe may be undersized a bit, but he's not going to be outworked. He's not afraid to put his helmet in there. Looks like Miles Madden.
Uh-oh.
Is the injured patient.
No, it's Kemarcus Silvers.
Kemarcus Silvers. I'm sorry, I saw the 4.
Yeah.
You're right.
Kemarcus Silvers injured out on the field, and you hate to see that. Always. Kemarcus already, he's only played a game and almost a quarter. Gosh, we're still in the first quarter.
Yeah, I know it.
A game and a quarter, but he's a very key and valuable player to this defense, so you hate to see him or really anybody go down. But, guys, Sparkman has found a spark, you might say. Did you catch that one?
I did.
I did. I'm glad I wasn't on the mic.
But seriously, they have found a spark here. It looked like for a while there they were going to completely depend on just running the ball downhill with big number 8, Braylon Lawson. But they've started to spread things out now. The quarterback, Keaton Williams, has completed a few down the field, had a couple of little swing passes, and they're varying things up and having some success. Kemarcus Silvers off the field now, being tended to by the trainers, and we're ready for action once again, second down and 5 from the 19. Williams back to pass, being pressured, and it is incomplete.
I saw Jamichael Watson come up from his outside linebacker spot, and I thought, oh, he's fixing to take this one to the house, but I don't think Keaton Williams was throwing it anywhere near him.
He just kind of threw it in the ground.
Sure did. By the way, a little RSV scoreboard update. Baylor leads Auburn 3-0.
Okay. You got it in time before the next play. I didn't think you were going to. Sorry.
Oh, yeah. I'm so quick. I don't talk much.
No, not at all. Keaton Williams in shotgun takes the snap, being pressured, and it is complete to his receiver on the left side, and he is able to move it forward for the first down. Zayden Bodner once again sticking his head down and picking up the first down yardage down to the 15. No, I'm sorry, down to about the 12-yard line. And they are in the Centel Home Design red zone.
Doing a pretty good job. You know, Williams is throwing it around well. He's kind of finding his target as he's only thrown it to Bodner, really.
No, well, he's thrown it to Cameron Reynolds once as well.
Oh, you're right.
On the right
You're exactly
side,
right.
a little swing pass. Now he's looking for play change from his coach on the sideline. Play clock down now to 10.
Yeah, that's quarter.
And that's going to be the end of the first quarter. End of the first quarter, your score, Hillcrest 12, Sparkman nothing. Back after this on the Hillcrest Football Broadcast Network.
Ignite is a high school student employment
What
initiative.
initially drew you to become a member of Alabama Credit Union, and how has your experience evolved since then?
Yeah, so I came for college, and my dad and I came down, and Alabama Credit Union was convenient to campus. Being young, first time opening a bank account, and looking for some relationship. And so that's where I started. And then over the years, I have gotten married, had a family, and so it's just been with me every step of the way and in relationship with me.
Sam.
And we're back, Roy Johnson Stadium. First quarter has come to an end. Hillcrest up 12-0 over the Sparkman Senators. And I'm going to try to log in here, guys, and give us our very first Mission Express stat line update.
Oh, yes.
You want that?
Well, you know, and when you're on a mission for stats, think Mission Express.
You've been waiting all day to say that, I know. Okay, let's see what we can do here. Trying to pull it up. Okay, if you want to look at Hillcrest stats, Jacoby Harris has 2 carries for 12 yards. Caden Smith 1 for 11. Jordan Chambly 4 for 10. So a few little rushing stats there. We'll get to some more here in just a minute. But thank you, Mission Express Car Wash, for sponsoring our stats line. Right now, the Hillcrest defense would like to add some stats to what they're doing because they've allowed the Sparkman offense to drive from their 20-yard line all the way down to the Hillcrest 11, and it is 1st and 10 from there. Keaton Williams fakes the handoff, slings it across the middle, and Zay Hall was there, but not quite able to pull in the interception. He's able to knock it down in the end zone to prevent what looked like it was going to be a touchdown pass, but a great read there by Zay Hall.
Yeah, really well done. One thing that I've noticed from this Sparkman team is really no shortage of athletes. They seem to be very athletic. Even though they haven't put any points on the board, obviously they've been able to move against our defense, but the athleticism is definitely apparent.
2nd down and 10 from the 12 for the Senators. Here's a handoff to Lawson. Lawson will be met at the 10. He is able to drive forward to about the 8. Pick up a 4. It'll be 3rd down and 6. The Senators need to get to the 2-yard line for a first down.
I think Coach Patterson and his defensive staff would love to keep them away and force a field goal attempt. Huge play here early in the game, or at least early here in the second quarter, Brent.
Yeah, for sure. Sparkman has decided that they are not going to go away that easily.
They made too long of a trip for that.
Right. Keaton Williams takes it, drops back, fade pass over to the corner of the end zone, too deep and incomplete, out of bounds in the corner of the end zone. It'll be 4th down and 6 for the Sparkman Senators, and they will bring the field goal unit on.
Well, interesting call to me. You've been running the ball at least with some success. You've done a pretty good job, and then do a corner route, which is basically an all or nothing.
Yeah, but if they could have picked up 3 or 4
That's
there,
what I thought.
it could have made a decision.
That's
you
what
know,
I thought.
mean, right
I thought
now
they might turn it into 2-down territory. You know,
maybe they were trying to catch them by surprise. The kicker is Daniel Gomez, who will attempt a 25-yard field goal attempt. Snap, placement, kick is up, and the kick is it good? Ooh,
Yep.
Barely
Good.
squeaked it through on the left upright.
nearly blocked. Obviously not close enough. But well done on the pressure, but and also well done by Sparkman to put that one through the uprights to put themselves on the board.
Okay, Sparkman drives from their 20 down to the Hillcrest 12, but the defense stiffens for Hillcrest, holds them to 3, and now your score with 11:08 remaining in the first half, Hillcrest 12 and Sparkman 3.
You know, Brad was saying a good point. They were a little surprised that Sparkman went away from the run, but good job by Coach Patterson during that during the first quarter break right there, coming up schematically a little bit with something to, although they gave up the long drive between our 20 and their 10, we were able to stiffen and keep it a 2-score game.
It's funny, I spoke with Coach Patterson a little bit last week, and we talked about the Florence game, and a lot of things that they did against Florence were more like, let's take away the pass first,
right,
and then we'll read and react on a run game. And tonight seems to be a similar philosophy, or at least what may need to occur, because that's where Sparkman has had a lot of success throwing the ball, at least to Bodner.
For sure. He had that one drop, but since then he's been flawless. All right, here we go with the Tiger Rock kickoff coming to the Hillcrest Patriots. The kick is away. It's high. It's short. It's fielded by Austin Cherry. He moves it straight down the hash mark to about the 37-yard line, so a nice little return there by Austin Cherry, and the Pats will start off with good field position once again at their own 37.
I thought Austin had a chance to get through that gap. You know, you just kind of have to get through the first wave of defenders in a kickoff, and then you have an opportunity to really kind of put yourself in a good field position, which I thought they did there. We'll take it at the 37-yard line. Nicely done. By the way, the uniforms, I love this uniform combination with the Columbia blue helmets, red jerseys, gray pants.
Looks fantastic.
Looks fantastic.
It does. All right, Jordan Chambly in shotgun. Calling the signals, taking the snap, the sweep around left end to Jacoby Harris. Jacoby battles his way forward across the 40 to the 41. We'll give him 4 and make it 2nd down and 6.
You know, the jet motion is nice for Jacoby just because you kind of get him started, and he's a really speedy guy. So when he takes the ball, he's already at full speed. And then you kind of, you know, he needs a couple of cuts here and there to maybe break one, but puts a lot of pressure on the defense when he's already running at full speed when he touches the ball.
Yeah, don't leave him a gap because he's going to see it and take it. No hesitation. Chambly takes the snap, drops back, surveys the field, throws down the left sideline, and lucky to get away with that one and not have it intercepted at about the Sparkman 39-yard line.
I like the idea to throw it there. It felt like Chambly was a little bit on the back foot instead of leaning, you know, and you're not always going to get a clean pocket. You're not always going to be able to throw on your front foot and shifting your weight. But it did feel like to me that Chambly was, you know, his transition of weight was falling backwards, which left that ball shorter than he needed to.
Yeah, agreed. 3rd down and 6 for the Patriots. Need to pick up this 1st down and not give up possession to the Senators, whose offense was on fire. Jordan scrambling around, now looks for some room as he scrambles forward and keeps it. And look, he's got the 1st down. Needed 6, picked up 7 to the 48, and it'll be a Stephen Fikes All-State 1st down for Jordan Chambly.
Did you guys notice the umpires kind of stood there? I thought the umpire was
I
going
thought
to
that was a generous spot. I thought his knee was down closer to the 46, but I'll certainly take it.
They marked it where he came down with the ball, and not where his knee was, yeah. Jordan under center now, toss sweep, cross the 50 into Sparkman territory.
Flag.
And a flag on the play as DeJuan Johnson carries it for about a 6-yard gain, but it's not going to hold up. Let's see what we've got here. It's probably a hold.
It is.
It's going to be a hold against the Patriots, and that is a spot penalty. So the hold happened at the 50, so they'll mark it back 10 yards from there, and they'll take it back to the 40. .9:51 remaining in the first half. Hillcrest up 12-3 with the ball, but after the holding penalty, it's going to be 1st down and about 19.
That's me.
That's you. Okay. Hillcrest breaks the huddle. Chamblee in shotgun, 2 wide receivers. Well, actually 1 to the right, 1 to the left. Jacoby Harris comes in motion. It's the option play. Chamblee pitches it to Harris, but he is hit in the backfield. He reverses field, and he's going to use his speed and cut upfield and cross the 50 and go all the way down to the 48-yard line. A pickup of 8. He probably ran about 30 yards, and after the reversal of field, ended up picking up 8 because he was pinned up in the backfield and was about to lose 7 or 8 yards, but instead turned it into about an 8-yard gain. And now it's second down. Well, actually, no, we'll say more than that. It's about a 12-yard gain, if I can do my math with this yardage. And it's now second down and about 7 for the Patriots from the 48-yard line of Sparkman. Here's the snap. Quick pass out to the right side, completed to Jalen Cook. Good job scooping that one up off the ground. And Jalen, well, before it hits the ground, actually, Jalen moves it to the 42-yard line after the completion, right at the first down marker. Let's see if they're going to give it to him or not. It'll depend on the spot. Clock stops momentarily at 8:43. They're going to say he's about a half-yard short, I believe. They're still debating it. Hillcrest coaches, of course, feel like it is enough for the first down. We'll just have to see. Hillcrest now, both teams walking backwards. Is there a penalty? Or no, they're bringing the chains out for a measurement, I believe. Let's see where they're marking the ball. They're marking it here on the near sideline, not even bringing it to the hash because he was knocked out of bounds on the sideline. So they'll bring the chains out to see if he has enough for the gain to make the first down. Flying solo here, guys, now, if you're watching, listening. Brian and Brad involved in something that's going on. I have no idea. But anyway, we'll keep you going. And they stretch out the chains, and it looks like it is enough for the first down for the Patriots. So we will move the chains after the Stephen Fikes All-State first down, and the Pats drive will continue on. Welcome back.
Serving the University of Alabama alumni, students, and fans since 1939, Bama Stuff is the perfect place for all your Bama merchandise needs. They have a large selection of Nike official on-field apparel, as well as everything you need for the perfect game day experience. Come see our exclusive...
3. Jordan Chamblee rolls to his left, slings it down the middle. Caden Smith is there, and it is knocked away at the last minute as the ball was just a little bit short. Caden was wide open, but unable to haul it in, as it was a good defensive play by Sparkman in knocking it away at the last minute.
Second down and 10.
Baylor's up 3-0. Still, just wanted to mention that.
Okay. Second and 10 for the Pats. Jordan just didn't get quite enough under that one because Caden was behind the defender. Here's a pass completed across the middle to Jacoby Harris, who breaks free. 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Patriots, on the 42-yard touchdown pass from Jordan Chamblee to Jacoby Harris. Extending the lead for the Pats to 18-3. Here with 8:21 remaining in the first half, pending the Dr. Brandy Patterson of Brookwood Health Center extra point.
And there's two-point conversion by Caden Smith.
Oh my goodness! I was looking down, didn't even see it happen.
Well, you know they get up
that
to the
replay
line of
real
scrimmage.
quick. Hit that replay real quick. Let's see if we can catch it here.
The kick team always gets up the line of scrimmage and they assess numbers.
Okay, they did, and wow. You got to be on your toes against this Hillcrest extra point team. 2-point conversion is good for Caden Smith. Did you see exactly how it went down? Because I was looking down.
It literally was a direct snap to Caden. He just took off and ran around the right side.
Wow.
That was it.
Okay.
It was a numbers game, and, you know, they generally play and they just count, and if they get what they want, then they'll take it for the 2-point conversion or at least attempt it. And then if they don't, then they stub out, and then they bring out the field goal kicking team. Elijah will run onto the field, kick. But here we go. and Caden Smith around for 2, makes it 20-3. At the same exact time, Auburn is basically doing the same exact thing as they scored a touchdown against Baylor, and they lead the Bears 6-3. Touchdown Hillcrest, touchdown Auburn.
63 yards in 8 plays on that drive by the Hillcrest offense. Offense looking sharp tonight.
One thing that I have noticed, it feels like Sparkman, even though they've done a pretty good job moving the ball, they haven't had the explosiveness that they need to kind of put some points on the board. It's
right.
Kind of nickel and dime,
right?
And they haven't had the ability to break one free.
Yeah. Tiger Rock kickoff coming your way from Elijah Miller. Here's the kick. It's high. A little bit shorter this time and fielded at the 15 on a full sprint. The receiver breaks free, breaks some tackles, and moves it all the way down to the 44-yard line. Nice field position for Sparkman to start out this drive here with 8:13 remaining in the half.
That was a really nice kick return. The kid, let's see. Well, wrong side again.
He's not on there. Number 7 isn't on there. We didn't have number 7 or number 8, but we
DJ Sparkman. DJ Sparkman just took off from, he ran, he first of all, the kick was just short of him, so he had to run up and play it like a center fielder, and he was already at full speed when he caught it. And then, of course, just continued that speed up the field, did a really nice job, and gave Sparkman nice field position at their own 45-yard line, Brent.
Nice little spark, man.
I agree, man.
Williams, the quarterback, takes the snap. Play action, drops back to pass, scrambles to his left, just decides to throw this one out of bounds to avoid the sack from Jeremiah Beverly, who was in pursuit.
Good pressure there by the big junior on that left side.
Jeremiah didn't play badly last week, but I think Coach McKinney was telling us on the way home, he felt a lot worse than he was letting on during that Florence game. So I think him being at full strength this week, helping that D-line. I know Jeremiah wants to be out there whether he's 100% or not.
2nd down and 10 after the incompletion. Empty backfield, 4 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Play clock under 5. He gets the snap, slings it out here to the right side. It bounces off Lawson and into the hands of another receiver.
It was Bodner.
Who is able to bring it forward for about 4 yards. That was a bizarre play.
The interesting thing to me is they were both standing in the same position. Like you would
right
expect
behind him, yeah.
Yeah, you would not expect him to be standing there, and then it was tipped right to him.
Any idea why we have a clock stoppage? Was he out of bounds?
Maybe so.
Okay, it started right now?
It started now, so maybe he wasn't out of bounds. It's 3rd down and 7 after the 3-yard pickup on the bizarre play. The Senators looking to the sideline for the play. Williams calling the signals. Takes the shotgun snap. Rolls to his left. He is a lefty. He slings it in and out of the hands of Joe Davidson at the Hillcrest 38-yard line. So not a pick for Joe, but it's enough to force the 4th down for the Patriots or for the Senators.
Joe Davidson nearly with a pick, and we would, of course, been really excited for him, but it was in and out of his hands. It was almost like he was surprised that he had that good of an opportunity.
He was ready to make the tackle, but instead the ball was overthrown and came to him and just bounced off his chest. All right, so I'm looking for sparks from these 2 return men at some point this season for the Patriots, because those are 2 explosive players back there with Caden Smith and Jacoby Harris back to return punts. That's going to be some interesting highlights before this season is over. The kick is away. Jacoby will field this one at about the 18-yard line. He stumbles, runs forward 35-40, and out of bounds at about the 42-yard line. So a nice little return there of about 23 yards for Jacoby Harris, and it'll be 1st and 10 for the Pats.
Only about a net distance of about 14, 15 yards.
And, that's something that I heard somebody on ESPN talking about today is special teams and how important those yards are, and you kind of take them for granted. But that's 23 yards. That's two first downs and part of another potentially right there.
I was literally, when you used the words first down, I think you're spot on, Brent, and people don't think about it, but if you gain 23 yards on a play, that's a big play.
That's almost a quarter of the field.
I know. Huge play. Well done.
And it's just kind of taken for granted in the grand scheme of things. Here's a swing out pass to Jacoby on the right side. He's knocked out of bounds at about the 45-yard line is where they'll mark him. Only a pickup of about 3 on the swing. It'll be 2nd and 7. 7:07 remaining in the first half. Hillcrest up 20-3.
Short side toss, here to the boundary it felt a little bit like a setup play to me. Like one of those, we'll take some gain if we can, but we just want to keep them honest to the boundary.
Okay. Jordan shotgun, takes it. Slings this one deep down the sideline. Caden Smith is there. He makes the catch at the 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, and dives into the end zone. Yeah. Touchdown, Patriots.
Nicely
as
done.
they extend the lead to 26-3. 6:56 remaining in the first half.
Yeah, well done. And credit to Jordan for finding an open Caden Smith. Obviously, Caden did the rest of the work from the time he caught the ball, but at the same time, credit to Jordan for finding him out there. Well done by the boys in red.
Good job by Caden, too, because he had to come back for the ball just a little bit, which allowed the defender to get into better position to stop him. Okay, here we go with the little correct snap and a pitch.
Got it again. Callan goes on that time.
Oh, is that Callan on that touchdown? All right, go Callan. All right. Quick oil change right there for Callan.
It's an interesting setup because your snapper is also eligible because he's the last guy on the line of scrimmage. And so it puts your defense in a really awkward position. And so whenever he snapped it, he immediately ran out for a route. And so remember, he's not covered up. He's the end player, so he's an eligible receiver. The only other guy on the line of scrimmage that's eligible is the other end. So Callan eligible, runs out. Nicely done by Caden Smith, who is your pseudo quarterback in the 2-point conversion plays.
Yeah, beautiful play design right there because, they just saw that on the previous play. Oh, there's the snap to Caden, so they started coming after him. As they started to pursue him, Caden's like, oh, you think you're going to get me? Sorry, I'm just going to flip it right here to my long snapper. And Callan Kozan gets the extra point, or the 2-point conversion, I should say. Tiger Rock kickoff coming your way. From the toe of Elijah Miller. Here's the kick. It's away. It's high, and it's much shorter this time. And in the middle of the field, it bounces, but it's fielded cleanly at the 15. The runner finds a little bit of a seam, breaks a couple of tackles, and moves it all the way down to the 45-yard line. And you know that Coach Mitchell's not going to be happy about that one. That's not where he likes kicks in the first place. But we were talking about the yardage on special teams that you gain that goes unnoticed. We've been stopping them back there around the 20, 25-yard line. They're starting out here at the 45. That's a difference of 20 yards.
Well, that's 2 times in a row that Sparkman has started themselves with good field position. I also noticed that Coach Mitchell looked at Elijah, but I don't think he said anything. Elijah's been pretty good about picking his spots.
It didn't
seem odd that he kicked it right in the middle. Maybe that was on purpose and we just didn't play it right. I'm not sure.
Maybe they saw an opening. It did hit the ground, which usually causes trouble, but they were able to field it cleanly. Here's a handoff over right guard. Big gap and a first down after a pickup of 11 from the running back, Waylon Marbury, his first carry for tonight. Marbury stays in the game, flanking the quarterback, Williams. 2 wide receivers to the left, 2 to the right. The snap, the handoff, once again to that same man, Waylon Marbury. Not nearly as much success this time, though, as he'll be stopped after a gain of 2, 2nd down and 8.
Sparkman going a lot quicker now, trying to get anything going. I mean, besides that last possession where they had a fairly decent drive, they haven't done anything on offense or defense for that matter.
28-3 your score as an indicator for exactly what you're saying, Coach P. And whistles. What do we have here, a timeout?
I don't know. They were having some issues with the kid getting off the field. He got off on his own power, and they had plenty of time on the play clock, so I'm not sure what that was. But now is it a
Okay, it's timeout, Sparkman. So with this timeout, we will take a break. Your score, Hillcrest 28, Sparkman 3. Back after this on the Hillcrest football broadcast.
Serving the University of Alabama alumni, students, and fans since 1939, Bama Stuff is the perfect place for all your Bama merchandise needs. They have a large selection of Nike official on-field apparel, as well as everything you need for the perfect game day experience. Come see our exclusive in-house designed Bama apparel and souvenirs to help you stand out. Located on the heart of the Strip on University Boulevard in the shadow of Bryant-Denny. They're open 7 days a week or shop online anytime at bamastuff.com. Bama Stuff is proud to be UA alumni and veteran owned and operated. Serving the
When I got into college, I remember that a lot of the finances were now not on my parents but on me. I remember telling my teller this, and she had such amazing advice to set up 2 savings accounts. One could be used solely to build up, and then the other could be used for emergencies. And I still have both of those accounts to this day. The Alabama Credit Union employees really have your back and are willing to do everything in order to give you great service.
So Ignite.
And we're back. Long pass down the sideline, incomplete, and a penalty flag comes in. Sorry you weren't able to see that live, but penalty comes in against Hillcrest for interference. Describe what happened there, Brian.
I'm not sure if it's going to be against Hillcrest because he pulled his helmet off. It was the wide receiver for Sparkman pulled the helmet off of the Hillcrest defender, and he was just face guarding, but they're calling pass interference. Well, wow. I'm not standing down there, obviously, but from up here, what did you think, P? I mean, you can't rip the guy's helmet off, can you?
If anything, I thought to me it looked like pretty obvious pass interference on us. Anything it could have offset though once that helmet got ripped off.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
He never turned his head, and I thought he made a little contact, but
just because he was interfered with doesn't give him the right to do that and not be penalized for it. Williams back to pass, plenty of time, slings this one across the middle, and it is caught.
That was nice.
In the end zone, touchdown of 30 yards for the Senators as they come right back, move the ball down the field, making this a 28-9 game with 5:44 remaining in the first half.
You know, that's basically the second time they've run that play. They had that post route earlier, and that's the one that Zay Hall kind of was messing up, if you remember. And that time, it was at a shorter field. This time, the post route was able to be thrown way over top of a defender, and, you know, they did a pretty good job connecting on that. It was a good ball.
Beautiful route.
Well done by Sparkman there.
All right, the Brandy Patterson extra point coming your way. Thanks to Dr. Brandy Patterson of Brookwood Women's Health Center for sponsoring all of our extra points, even our opponents. The kick is up, the kick is through, and your score now, Hillcrest 28 and Sparkman 10, 5:44 remaining in the first half.
Must-have drive right there.
I also
they answered. Good job by them. I mean,
for sure.
They cannot go down any more points now. Obviously, that's only half the battle because they have to stop the Patriots, though.
There's a flag on the near side. I think this is going to be a dead ball against Sparkman because what? Oh, it's against both.
Yeah, it's offsetting. Yep.
But
yep.
I didn't see all of it, obviously. But the Sparkman kid ripped our kid's helmet off.
2 plays in a row.
So I know.
Two
So
out of
there
three.
was something that happened with our kid doing something, and I didn't notice. It looked like maybe Jamichael Watson got his helmet ripped off. I'm not sure.
Well, look, I mean, we talked about how great these helmets look. You know, Sparkman just wants better helmets. So they're trying to rip ours off and take them with them, right?
I like black helmets, and I like the look of the Sparkman uniform. I will
they're
say,
kind of
though,
drab compared to us,
I will
honestly.
say, the problem is, when you have black helmets, unless you have something that stands out, like something that's really contrasting on that black, it's really difficult to see what kind of logo you even have.
I tell you what I do like about them is they're wearing white jerseys, and these red numbers stand out, and you can see their numbers when you're calling the game.
That's true. You know what? They did that for you.
That's very helpful. I appreciate it.
Was Senator Sparkman, like, into broadcasting?
He must have been.
Okay.
He has sympathy for broadcasters, right?
It makes me nervous. Somebody's going to wear our fries.
I had him on the ledge.
Oh.
I like to live on the ledge.
You do.
Here's the Tiger Rock kickoff, high and short, and fielded at the 19-yard line. The return up to the 25, the 30, And about the 31-yard line is where he will go down after the return there by Jalen Cook.
I'm not sure. Is Jalen Cook supposed to go backwards and return that?
I agree.
It feels like the guy behind him. I mean, look, I'm a fan of Jalen Cook, but I would much rather a guy be running towards the ball and towards the kicker as opposed to on a kickoff a guy running backwards and then having to create all the momentum.
Yep.
So
forward momentum is much more effective.
I was bothering Coach Peter, and I was like, hey, what did you think about that? Because I was thinking, I don't think he's probably supposed to catch that ball.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree. And tough to blame Cookie too much. He's trying to make a play out there.
Sure.
And Coach Mitchell does not want that hitting the ground, but I agree with both of you. You want that guy moving forward, especially with the skill they have.
All right, 1st and 10 for the Pats from their own 31-yard line. Jordan Chambly under center. Here's the belly G to Javion Lowe. Not a whole lot of room there. He'll get about a yard and make it 2nd down and 9. And there's a little scuffle going on at about the 44-yard line. No penalty coming in, though?
No, he's just blocking him.
I don't know if I've ever seen Mason Booth that fired up, ever. Whether it be on the baseball diamond, the hallways, driving, I don't know if I've ever seen that amount of enthusiasm. Good for Mason.
Guess it was just a legal block.
I guess so.
Nothing extracurricular there. Jordan under center. Pitches it out to DeJuan Johnson, who breaks through over the right end all the way down to the 44-yard line. A pickup of 12 and enough for a Stephen Fikes All-State first down.
I know you guys are watching the play. I am watching the battle in the interior. The line battling against the Sparkman front has been pretty interesting the past few plays. Mason Booth, of course, ran downfield about 10 yards to continue his block, but that time he and a Sparkman defender, looks like A.J. Sparkman, his name's not on the roster either. No number 53.
That's J.J. Sparkman.
J.J. Sparkman.
The snap, the reverse to Austin Cherry. He'll be tripped up at about the 49-yard line. Nice pickup of about 6. It'll be 2nd down and 4 for the Pats.
With a lot of misdirection, I thought Sparkman ended up coming out allowing not as many yards as I felt like that play had in it. So pretty well done defensively.
Good recovery
yeah,
on that.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're about the 4-minute mark. We've played, let's see, about 20 minutes of game time.
Scoreboard strip.
Little swing pass to the left to Jacoby Harris in the flats. He's getting help by Caden Smith, the block. Runs out of bounds after about a 7-yard gain for a Hillcrest first down, Brent.
All right, another Stephen Fikes All-State first down. Thanks, Stephen Fikes and All-State for sponsoring our first downs since the beginning of time.
Yeah, no, I really appreciate him. And we talked a little bit about the relationship we have with him. We'll talk about that now. We're in the middle of a drive, but we do appreciate you, Stephen. Thank you.
Whistles.
I think there's too many men on the field for Sparkman.
It looks like they got about 14,
yeah.
So it's a good call.
So they call timeout, and that's a Tidwell paint and body timeout, and we'll keep it right here, and we'll thank Jason Tidwell once again for also being one of those sponsors.
They did call it.
I don't think they took a timeout. I think they're just being charged with the penalty.
Okay. Well, it was a clock stoppage, so that validates us giving Jason his due. Yeah?
We need to give him his due anyway. So we appreciate it.
All right, so 1st down and 5. As it was illegal participation against Sparkman. Jordan back to pass, looking down the right sideline. Caden Smith is there, and he's able to reel it in. Touchdown, Patriots, as it bounces off Caden's hands and back into his hands as he keeps the concentration, pulls it in, and scores his 2nd touchdown pass of the night.
That was well done. A nice little protection by Caden. Just enough to avoid a full-on shove and gave himself a little separation. Nicely thrown ball, too, by Jordan Chambly. And he bobbled it, but then was able to hold, he concentrated just enough to pull that one in.
Yep.
Well done by the Vanderbilt commit.
And that makes your score 34-10 in favor of the Patriots. 3:38 remaining in the first half. Guys, with this Brandy Patterson extra point attempt. If it is good, we are on pace for 70 points.
All right. What is the most points in a half by Hillcrest?
I don't know.
I mean, we put up 63 against Brookwood once. We put up 63 against Selma once. I don't know how many it was at the first half, though.
Oh, first half, I don't know.
I don't know. It feels like 35-ish. Probably
Yeah.
42.
I would think so, too. I would think we're probably a touchdown away from the record.
Usually in those kind of games, we don't press a lot in the second half, so it's not like they're going to be super aggressive scoring points.
I remember the Selma game, we were taking timeouts in the fourth quarter, but that's okay. That was a long time ago.
That was a different reason.
Yeah. That was a different reason.
Yeah.
Hey, are those my fries or yours?
We're sharing. Look, this broadcasting, we're a pretty tight-knit group.
That's right.
I mean, your fries are my fries.
Hey, listen, I was going to thank you.
Me fries are, your fries are.
This morning when I saw you, my collar was a little bit messed up. You reached up, fixed my collar for me, saved me from looking like a fool for the rest of the day, and I appreciate
Brad,
that. You're a good friend, Brad.
Well, thank you. I'll be honest. I feel like I think I would do that for, and you guys would do the same for me. We just kind of do that for each other.
Yeah. All right, the Tiger Rock kickoff from Elijah Miller. The kick is away. This one's shorter again, fielded in full sprint at the 19-yard line by the mysterious number 7, who breaks free around the right end, but he loses his footing. His feet were moving so fast, and he's down at the 30-yard line after he stumbles there.
Thank goodness he tripped over the 30.
Yep, no doubt.
Man, because that was trouble.
He saw it, too. He just got a little bit ahead of himself.
He's got some speed.
And it's easy to return like that when the kick is short and you're taking a full sprint to catch it. The opposite of what we saw Jalen Cook do on the Hillcrest kickoff.
And I think that's the point. You don't want to move backwards when you're receiving because your momentum is all gone. Sparkman's doing a really good job of creating momentum.
Number 7 said, I'll illustrate your point for you, Brad.
That's exactly right. DJ Sparkman.
Was that DJ or JJ?
That's DJ.
Oh, okay. Here's the handoff over right guard. Crossing the sticks, I believe, to about the 40. Goes the running back, number 24, Waylon Marbury. You know, interesting, guys. We saw Braylon Lawson, big number 8, have a lot of success early on. But these past 2 or 3 drives, it's been Waylon Marbury, and we have not seen Lawson in the game.
I don't know if you guys were able to tell, but to me it felt like the kid was doing a really good job with his feet. He kind of kept his shoulders facing the line of scrimmage, didn't turn sideways, got north and south pretty well. Great footwork by Marbury right there.
About a yard short of the first down, though. It'll be 2nd and 1 from the 39. Williams back to pass, plenty of time. Unable to find anybody, though, and he throws it and completes it to the top of a Sparkman tent on the sidelines.
Good catch by the tent. But, pretty smart play, actually.
It was intended for that receiver.
Oh, that's bad. And by the way, Keaton was the quarterback last year for Sparkman, and his athleticism was pretty spot on. He's still showing some really good athleticism tonight.
Here's a handoff to Marbury, but he's got nowhere to go.
Miles Madden.
As Miles Madden is right there ready to bring him down in the backfield, bringing up 4th down and 4 for the Senators.
You think about it, if you're Sparkman, you get a decent kickoff return. You're in pretty good field position again. You get a good first down play. And you're feeling pretty good about being able to put some points on the board. You've got plenty of time left. You have timeouts. And then your 2nd down, nothing. And the 3rd down, you get shut down. And then all of a sudden it's, run, pass, run, punt.
And back to receive the punt once again, Caden Smith and Jacoby Harris. It's a good high deep punt fielded by Jacoby Harris at about the 29. He looks for a block, comes up the right sideline, 50, 45, bounces off a defender out of bounds at the Sparkman 42. Let's see, he fielded that at the 30. That's about a 28-yard return there for Jacoby Harris.
Job by Colin Northfleet right there, engaging that blocker right there, letting Caden hit that corner, or Jacoby, whoever it was. He was one-on-one right there, and he held that block. Doesn't take much. Who was that, Brent, 3 or 5?
It was Jacoby.
5 hit the corner.
I've really been impressed, too. To me, Hillcrest special teams, they have done a really good job blocking for the return men on punt game all season. Obviously all season, game 2. But so far, they've done a really good job. We've seen it a lot of times, too. The other teams have punted quite a few times. And our guys in blocking on the return team They've done a really good job in situations where they could easily get like one of those illegal crackback blocks, and they just do a really good job avoiding
held back. Yeah, I remember Marvin doing that last week. Here's the keeper straight up the middle by Jordan Chamblee. He's across the 30, breaks free, 20, 15, 10, 5, and out of bounds, I think. Yes,
You're
out
right,
of
Brent.
bounds
You're exactly
at
right.
the 2-yard line as Jordan just broke through the middle, showed his speed, but not quite enough to reach across the pylon before his foot stepped on the white.
Was that not really interesting? Like, he didn't look like he was running very hard, and he just started to leave people.
But then he took it into another gear.
That's what I was thinking. Obviously, not enough to score, but really well done. I loved the athleticism right there and the speed with which he took off.
That stiff arm right at the 10-yard line to get him
close enough to
get him, exactly. First and goal from the 2.
Tidwell paint body timeout right here, Brent, I believe. Tidwell, this will be a Sparkman.
Tidwell paint and body timeout. Also, we're in the Centel Home Design red zone, and that was a Stephen Fikes All-State first down. A sponsor-filled play there by Jordan Chamblee.
That feels like a Mission Express stat. That needs to be,
okay.
Yes.
While we have this Tidwell paint and body timeout, let's take a look at some Mission Express stats here on the Mission Express stat line. Jordan Chamblee, I think this might not be updated yet because I know he has more yardage than that running. Let's see. Jordan, it says he has 6 carries for 26 yards, but that was more than that right there. Okay, and let me say something about the stats. We have a new stat program, and we have a couple of girls running our stats program who are totally new at doing this, so they're learning the process. So if they're not completely accurate, it's okay, but they're really sharp and they're doing a good job and they're learning. We work on it every day in first period, and they're doing a great job.
Good job. No, they're doing fantastic, and we appreciate their hard work.
All right, so first and goal. Jordan Chamblee under center, takes the snap, the pitch out to DeJuan Johnson, and he's in the end zone. Touchdown, Patriots. DeJuan Johnson gets his first touchdown as a Hillcrest Patriot, and the lead is extended to 41-10 with 2:04 remaining in the first half. Ready for this, Brandy Patterson, Dr. Brandy Patterson of Brookwood Women's Health Center extra point attempt.
Guys, when we started the game, we talked about our score predictions, and all of us had something kind of with us a lot of points. I didn't foresee any of us going over the 42 mark.
Oh, we got that. May be a record. That may be a record.
It's another.
Yeah, I think it might be, Brian.
Trick extra play here. Extra point play. Let's see where this one comes from.
It's into Callan again. Callan with his second 2-point conversion.
And you know, and Caden flips it forward. Who made the catch? Caden flipped it forward.
Yeah.
Oh, Callan made it again.
For
Okay.
his third and fourth point.
Oh, wow, how about that? So and Caden just flipped it forward. It wasn't like a normal pass where you pull it back behind your head. He just like shoveled it kind of forward, like a basketball shot kind of.
I love it. And the great thing is, doesn't it feel like, to me now, Caden is real smooth in this. He doesn't seem to be panicked or have any trouble making a decision at all. And so, yeah, it should be 43.
Right. The scoreboard says 42-10.
Just making sure I didn't mess something up as
but you're right.
Trying to do everything.
It should be 43-10 on the scoreboard.
Yeah.
I'm sure they'll fix that.
Well, they're
in a
doing a
minute.
lot of work over there. You know, they got a lot they got to worry about, the clock and score.
Eating their hamburgers?
Well, it's play clock and game clock.
Game clock. Play clock.
The play clock and game clock, well, it's two people. One's running the game clock, one's running the play clock. So I know you got a lot to look at.
All right, so it is 43-10, despite what the scoreboard says. Tiger Rock kickoff. Short once again, and a full sprint by J.J. Sparkman, who pulls it up to the 27-yard line. Nice job. Better job covering by the Hillcrest kickoff coverage team. But have you noticed, I mean, the first several kickoffs, Elijah's putting them deep, like inside the 5, and one went through the end zone. But these last few have been very short.
Well, that one also was real short to the point where if you go any shorter, Hillcrest might be able to catch it on the fly. You know?
Right.
So
a lot of these are. Was it directional, though, when he was kicking in the first half? I wonder if there's a little more wind at his back, Brent. You can see there's not a ton of wind now, but if anything, it is blowing from the from the south.
You mean
to
a
the
wind
north.
at his face, which is
Wind
causing
to his face.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
okay.
Yes.
Causing it to be shorter. Yeah. 1:59 remaining in the first half. Looks like Lawson is back in the game at running back. And it's a little toss sweep around right in. The defense is there quickly to defend that. And they'll stop it for about a yard gain only. DJ Jones coming up to make the tackle for the Patriots.
I don't think Sparkman is going to go into some sort of turbo mode or anything to try to score points. To me, it's to the point where it's like, let's just see what we can get, and then we'll take this into the half and see if we can't regroup just a bit.
Here's a handoff to Lawson over right guard. He moves it across the 30 down to about the 31-yard line. It'll make it about 3rd and 7.
Officials
And
timeout.
Something
So
happening. Yeah, looks like
somebody
we have
on the far side. Yeah,
an injury on the field.
Looks like a Sparkman kid
Yeah,
is down.
Sparkman player is down. Guys, we were talking about you think this is the record for the first half at Hillcrest, Coach
It's the
P?
most I remember. Now, once again, I've gone to a few in a row, but there was a lot of Hillcrest football before any of us started going to it. So I can't speak to any of it, to all of it right there. But at the same time, this is the most points I remember in a half for sure, though.
Hey guys,
I think Brian may be right. But anyway, keep going, Brent.
While we have this break, let's take an RSV Design scoreboard update. You can be looking up some high school scores, but as we look over here at our television that's in the booth to the right, it looks like Auburn is now leading Baylor 17-3 with 5:45 remaining in the first half.
Well, War Eagle, guys. And then it looks like Georgia Tech's taking a lead against the Fighting Deion Sanders.
Colorado. That's a lot of gold and blue out there.
It sure is. Georgia Tech 10, Colorado 7. And then in a much anticipated battle in the North Carolina area, the Mountaineers of Appalachian State have traveled to the Charlotte 49ers. And it's 20-3 App State.
Okay,
the big
you
game
got
tomorrow.
anything there for us?
Oh, definitely. Hey, Viger beating County right now, 28-14 across the river. The number one team in 5A against not the number one team in 7A, Tuscaloosa County. And then, interesting, Columbia is on a 92-game losing streak right now. They're playing another team that's struggling right now, Huffman. They are scoreless in the second quarter. Sammy Coates now coaching Columbia. Pike Road, good 6A team battling 7A Enterprise. Pike Road up 17-10, Brent.
Thanks for that RSV Design scoreboard update. We're back to action now. Williams takes the snap, slings it to the right sideline. It falls short of his intended receiver. It will be 4th down and 7 for Sparkman.
I'll be interested to see. Hillcrest still has all 3 timeouts left. We talked a little bit about you want to try to maximize the number of points you score in the first half. Obviously, most people are going to say, oh, of course you do. You want to try to score a bunch of points. But your philosophy could potentially change when you're up by 32 in the second quarter. Well, the first half, though, I'm not so sure. I think you keep the gas pedal on right now.
Yeah, absolutely. At halftime, you might change. You're up 32. The punt is away. It's a good punter here. It goes over the head of Caden Smith. Caden lets it bounce, and it will roll dead at about the 22. So Hillcrest will start there with 54 seconds remaining in the first half.
I'm not sure. It almost felt like there was never an attempt to return that.
Yeah, I agree. I think Jamie Mitchell is, as much as we might want him to go down there and put a 50 spot up at the end of the first half, I got a feeling Coach Mitchell going to up 32 right now, may just take a knee. We'll see. I was a little surprised, though, when that ball bounced that Caden didn't try to do something with it.
I thought so,
though.
too. I mean, obviously, the game is not close currently, but it's still the first half. That was my concern. So let's see what we got going on here. See Gunnar Webb into the game. Far side slot.
Oh, yeah?
Yep.
Okay. First offense still on the field, though. They will be through the end of the first half at least. Jordan Chambly takes the snap, swings this one out to Gunner on the left side, and he has a nice little pickup after the reception of about 4, and it'll be 2nd down and 6.
The clock kept running.
No, they stopped it.
I know it, but it ran about 3 seconds extra. I mean, again, maybe that's not that big a deal. I'm just.
Okay, there is a flag.
So they'll reset the clock to 47 seconds. I'll be interested to see if
was
they
that
do.
a pre-snap flag? What was
Yes,
the penalty?
false start
on us. False start against Hillcrest. Okay. Well, how about that? Auburn team up 17-3. Wow.
Yeah.
Coming out strong.
War Dang Eagle.
War Darn Eagle. I'm so offended that they have cursing in their cheer.
A lot of things offend me about Auburn.
Here's another completion to Gunner, and he makes a nice move on the sideline, runs it past the sticks. I'm sorry, that was not Gunner on that reception. Who was that? Number 8 for the Pats, that's Trent Curley. Nice little move after he made that reception on the sidelines. Picked up the 1st down. Pats with 36 seconds, keeping the ball in the air. Here's another pass out to Curley on the left side. He's pushed out of bounds.
That time,
it was
Brent.
Caden,
Yep.
you're right. Caden Smith, he's pushed out of bounds after a pickup of 11 and up for a Stephen Fikes All-State 1st down. New line of scrimmage, the 44-yard line, as Hillcrest is in hurry-up mode. Here's a pitch out to Jacoby Harris to the short side of the field, the far side, and he's out of bounds after about a 3-yard gain. Clock stops at 23 seconds. 2nd down and 8 for the Pats as they are in hurry-up mode. Actually, maybe trying to get into field goal range.
That's what I was just about to ask. What do we think
Yeah.
his range is? He was good from 50 last time, so we're trying to get between the 30 and the 35.
Yeah.
Good from 50?
I'd like to see
Well, he
that.
hit it from 42. It looked like it'd be good from another 7 or 8 yards.
Could have been.
Correct.
Well, he told me, I asked him this on the huddle the other night. He told me the longest kick he's had in gameplay was 40, and he said that he's hit it from 45 in practice.
What game did he hit 140?
Chambly back to pass, zips it over to Curley. No, I'm sorry, is that Caden?
That's Curley.
Okay, Curley. That 8 and that 3, when I'm not looking through my binoculars, it's hard to tell the difference.
It is tough.
Curley, it's through his hands, though, just slightly above his head, incomplete. 18 seconds left, 3rd and 8 for the Pats from the 46. 18.8 seconds remaining in this first half. Pat's trying to tack on some more before halftime. They've got 54 yards to go to make that happen if they're going to score 6. Jordan rolling to his right, slings it, incomplete, intended for Caden Harris at about the 39-yard line. And it will be 4th down for the Pats.
Jacoby's brother, Caden.
What did I say, Jacoby?
You said Caden Harris.
Oh, sorry. Caden Smith.
I thought he was going to throw it to Cherry.
Sometimes
Cherry was wide.
Yeah, Cherry had gotten past all the Sparkman defenders and was about 2 or 3 steps beyond the closest senator. It's making him look like congressman.
It was filibustering on that play.
Yep. That's a false start.
You know, I guess you could say if we do get a situation where the Sparkman coach gets in an argument with the officials, we could say that he's filibustering, right?
That's certainly. We could say that.
Yeah, we'd lose viewers.
Yeah.
I mean, our numbers will go down. We're picking up sponsors. We don't need to be doing that.
That's one of the strangest words in the English language, filibustering.
I don't know.
I mean, where
it.
does that come from?
I mean,
Latin.
Wait a minute.
Does
How
it
did
really?
they get to be 4th down?
We ran 3 plays unsuccessfully.
Yeah, but did we just have a false start? Did I miss a play?
That was 4th down.
Oh, my bad. Okay, my bad.
The kick is away. First punt of the night for the Patriots will bounce.
Let it bounce. Let it
Take
bounce.
a little bit of a good
Don't
Hillcrest
you
bounce
touch it.
now,
Go to
actually.
half. Go to
Don't you
half.
touch it.
And it will
Go to
be
half.
down at
Good.
the 12, and that's the end of the first half. We'll take a break, and we'll return with the Stephen Fikes All-State Halftime Show. Your score, Hillcrest 42, Sparkman 43, Hillcrest, and 10 for Sparkman. Back after this on the Hillcrest.
Serving the University of Alabama alumni, students, and fans since 1939, Bama Stuff is the perfect place for all your Bama merchandise needs. They have a large selection of Nike official on-field apparel, as well as everything you need for the perfect game day experience. Come see our exclusive in-house designed Bama apparel and souvenirs to help you stand out. Located on the heart of the Strip on University Boulevard in the shadow of Bryant-Denny. They're open 7 days a week or shop online anytime at BamaStuff.com. Bama Stuff is proud to be UA alumni and veteran owned and operated. Serving the
university. Into college, I remember that a lot of the finances were now not on my parents but on me. I remember telling my teller this, and she had such amazing advice to set up 2 savings accounts. One could be used solely to build up, and then the other could be used for emergencies, and I still have both of those accounts to this day. The Alabama Credit Union employees really have your back and are willing to do everything in order to give you great service.
So Ignite is a high school student employment initiative. We have a summer job fair, and a lot of employers have hired students from the summer job fair.
If you are not involved in Ignite, you should be involved in Ignite. It will be the best decision that you will make for your company in the hiring process.
It's an opportunity to grow your own workforce, to mentor young people. You can help give back to the community by helping students engage in a productive activity.
It is the Stephen Fikes All-State Halftime Show. Thanks for joining us. We're going to take a look at the Mission Express Car Wash stat line here. Just a couple of stats real quick before we get the Pride of Patriot Parkway band playing here in just a moment, because I wanted to point out to you guys that Jordan Shambly is 20 of 27 for 330 yards. Well, that cannot be right, because we also have him with 8 touchdowns. That is not correct. Okay, so we'll try to get all this sorted out, and we'll come back in just a moment. But now let's head to the field, and let's watch the amazing Pride of Patriot Parkway marching band. Back in a few.
I swear my wife's making me want to be at home right now. I got 500 pictures of my son sleeping.
Oh.
Better say if it was a close game, I was going to stay, but I think I'm going to peel out.
Yeah, that's
put them
fair.
up. All right, see, this is what she said to me. I'm all asleep and quiet.
Oh. Precious.
Little stinker. Turned 3 weeks old yesterday.
Well, Precious when he wants to be, huh?
Ladies and gentlemen, please.
Well, truthfully, besides that one night, he stayed up late because he had bad gas problems. He was fine. He was fine. He sleeps, he eats, and cries.
He was pooting one night, real bad.
He was burnt randomly, and he was passing out gas. But wouldn't do it when we fed him. I try to give him those mycin drops or whatever it is, especially grape water, to help him. And finally, we fed him at 11:30 till we fed him at 5:30 because we had to feed him every 3 hours right now. He just couldn't sleep, was restless the whole time. And so I took him in the living room, let my wife sleep, and stayed out with him. And my wife said he slept. He seemed good the next day. She said he slept fine. He was back normal. center we were using out of the CTE building. And I was thinking to myself, this looks like it'd be a Michael Jackson set. And that was right. Also, the little girl well, not little girl, but the girl right here, that's still, she's the majorette right here. She works with my wife, and her fiance is a football coach at Bryant. With high foot and boots.
Oh, yeah.
I told him, because I live really close to Bryant too. I told him if I wasn't happy here, I'd be happy them looking me up over there.
Oh, yeah.
I also don't think they're supposed to have a restriction about their parents like they do here in the county. But I'm happy here.
All right, there you have. Not yet with a college preview. Just come back to the booth. Yeah, there you have the Pride of Patriot Parkway Marching Band and their fantastic show for the 2025 season. And we are back here at Roy Johnson Stadium. Brent Jones, Brad Armstrong, off and politicking as he usually is, right?
He's good at it.
Yeah, he is. Oh, let me turn your mic on there. Okay, and Brian Pirano and I here, along with you see Kylie Robinson, who's been doing a great job directing here tonight. It's kind of dark here in the booth. I understand that, but hey, we'll continue on. Coach P, can you give us some RSV Designs scoreboard updates?
Absolutely. In a interstate matchup right now. Just finished. Thompson fell to Grayson, Georgia, 24-23.
Oh,
overtime game, overtime thriller right there.
Wow.
We got. Let's look at us. Oak Mountain right now, a fellow Class 7A Region 3. They are up on Pelham 17-7 at half. Homewood beating Briarwood 13-10 at half. Viger still beating County 28-0 at half right now. McAdory 13-10 over Helena. Hewitt Trussville handling Gadsden City 35-7. Trying to find some other games of interest to us. As I said earlier, Pike Road is defeating Enterprise 17-0. Theodore 14-14, and Viger just made it 34-14 over to County. Golly, late in the second quarter there. So plenty of good games. You know, got some folks still on a bye this week, had even more last week. But next week we'll have everybody in action as region play starts, though, Brent.
Yeah. Hey, Brian, I want to ask you something that's kind of stuck in my craw just a little bit. Maybe it'll change this week. But I was looking at the top 10, right, for Class 7A.
Right.
And, of course, Hillcrest was not in the top 10 after the first week. Didn't receive any votes.
Yep.
Yet there was a Prattville team in there that received a vote or two, received 3 votes, and they lost to Pike Road last week.
Right.
How do you justify that?
I don't know. You know, I think a lot of this has to do, and I was reading a thread earlier on Historical Football Society. You got to remember, this is sports writers from all across the state voting on this. So it could be a sports writer in Huntsville, Alabama, or Dothan voting on Tuscaloosa or Montgomery or the opposite side of the state. So, you know, I just think early in the season right now. With that being said, Pike Road's solid team. I'm one of the 6A contenders right now. So maybe they saw something in Prattville. I did not watch the game personally. I thought we deserved a vote or two, but golly, I'm certainly biased, though, Brent.
Hey, but you know, we were talking about worrying about the overconfidence with these players on this team. Obviously, it's not there, winning this game 43-10 at the half. But, you know, that kind of thing can serve as a motivator. If you feel like you're deserving of some respect and you're not getting it, then you've got motivation to go out there and prove yourself.
And it's always good as a coach. You know, Coach Mitchell, he's 29th year as a head coach this year, Brent. You know that. And you use any motivation you can get. You know, as players, kind of like us up here, we understand it's a new season next week, starting that 7A Region 3. So anything you can use now for motivation to get these kids going, to keep them motivated, to keep them practicing hard. Everything I heard, we did not have a great week of practice, Brent. You know, I thought there was a little bit of that complacency that fell in there.
Right.
So if Coach Mitchell can pull that out on a Wednesday when the polls are finally come out, you know, that might certainly serve as a way to get those kids motivated. And whatever he did, it worked, because that was a heck of a first half.
I tell you, I doubt there's going to be a whole lot of complacency this week, because even though it appears that Hillcrest is going to win this game big, next week the Pats are on the road at Hoover.
Right.
And if you can't get motivated for that, for Hoover then you don't need to be out there wearing the shoulder pads.
I think that's exactly right. I mean, you know, last year they came in here and manhandled us. Absolutely, start to finish. It was really never a ball game. You know, I think last year we kind of had a lot of success in 6A, handled Florence, handled Sparkman, came to that week 2, third game of the year. And like I said, you know, if you can't get up for that game next week, traveling to Hoover, you know, obviously Thompson's had recent success in Alabama, but Hoover's a national name. You know, you can go to California, you can go to New York or Florida.
I mean, they had a whole series on MTV about them.
Sure, they did.
Two-a-days.
And obviously our kids don't remember that. You know, they were not even close to born yet. I doubt a lot of them even knew it, but it gave them that national notoriety, though, Brett.
Right, for sure. All right, Brian, it's time for us to move on to our college football preview so we can have time to do that before the half. But who is not in the building?
Well, I mean, listen, Brad has
Elvis has left the building.
Let's just say he's had limited success in this sometimes.
Maybe he's trying to avoid making picks.
Maybe he's like, if I can just start week 0, like 0-0.
Ah, there he is. There he is. Okay. We were just saying, Brad, that we think you were trying to avoid being here for the college picks because you knew how horribly you were going to do.
Oh, I'm going to do horribly whether I'm here or not. So,
right, well,
that's a good call.
Right now, it's a new season, guys.
Yes.
It's a new season, yeah? I'm 0-0, you're 0-0, Brian's 0-0.
I'm tied for first.
You are.
Brad, is that the new puppy in your profile picture?
Listen, I want to point that out. It's both my new puppies. You see, that's Beanie, who's like licking my face, right? And look down there at the bottom at Beanie's leg. Oh. That's Maple pulling on Beanie's leg.
Wanting
Wait a minute, how do you get to have something cute, and then I got like eye roll?
Who makes the graphics?
No doubt. You make us look like idiots.
If I have to make the graphics, then I get the privilege of choosing what goes on them.
Do you sit around and be like, watch this and make them look stupid, and I'm going to make me look like I've got cute dogs?
Yeah, I kind of do. That's pretty much my thought process.
How many picks did I miss? Obviously,
you're already 0-4. We haven't picked that.
But hey, let's look at the logo. This is the Hillcrest Tennis College Football Preview. And Lindsay was looking at this graphic today, and she said, why are there grapes and almonds up there?
Funny you say that. I looked at a second ago, and just glancing, I was like, why are there football and grapes? So that certainly...
Those are tennis balls.
Yes. No, watch out. I can see the pens up there now.
Okay. Well, it's tennis balls and footballs because it's the Hillcrest Tennis Football College.
I like it.
Okay.
It's fantastic.
All right. Y'all ready to move on to the games?
I'm ready when you're ready, buddy.
Let's move on, okay? Man, what a great lineup of college football for Week 1. This may be the best Week 1 ever. Would you agree with that potentially?
Man, let me tell you, that big game, I assume we might pick that one last, that Ohio State,
No, we're going to pick it
game.
first.
Never mind, we're picking it first, just like tomorrow, 11 a.m., it'll be that first game to really start off the season. Obviously, there's games before that. But, man, you're right, Brent. I can't think of maybe not the best weekend, but certainly the best game to start a season in a long time.
Yeah, but there's a lot of other great games
you're right.
as well.
Good point.
Let's start off with that one. The reason I put it first is because I wanted us to give it plenty of attention because it is such a big game. Texas coming in at number 1, Ohio State number 3, the Longhorns traveling to the Horseshoe to play the Ohio State Buckeyes as a 2.5-point underdog as the number 1 team in the nation. The big question in this game is which new quarterback is going to step up to the plate and be successful. Of course, there's Arch Manning, who has, been the superstar and darling of football, even though he hasn't played much in 2 years.
Right.
Heisman favorite, even though he's hardly been on the field. High expectations because of his Manning name, but also he's obviously a good player. And then you've got Justin Sayin, the Alabama transfer who has won the job at Ohio State, former 5-star recruit, and we're going to get to see what he gets to do. This is going to be a fantastic game.
Can't wait.
I am excited about the whole slate, and obviously we're getting to watch Hillcrest, play well against Sparkman, but we're missing a couple of really good games right now with Auburn and Baylor.
Yeah.
And then, of course, Georgia Tech, Colorado. It looks like Appalachian State is beating Charlotte, but I wouldn't have been watching that one anyway.
Oh, Baylor's cut it to 7.
Auburn 17, Baylor 10. Can we pick? I'll take Auburn will be up by 7 at some point during the game.
Well, who do you pick for this game, and then we'll find out who's going to win.
I'm sure. What's the spread?
Even with the score, Auburn 17 to 10.
What is the spread for real? I'm just curious.
The live spread?
Just the spread before the game.
Auburn was a 1.5 favorite.
I'll take Auburn.
Okay.
I'll take Auburn to cover a 1.5.
Well,
watch. It's a sure sign that Baylor
now
will
Baylor's going to win, yeah. And Lindsay's not going to be very happy with you.
No, she will not. My niece is an Auburn student, so she'll be upset too.
Okay. Anyway, let's get back to Texas.
You seem to be real concerned about Auburn.
I am concerned. Listen, I'm a big Bama fan, obviously, and Coach P gets on to me about this, and a lot of Bama fans do. But I like to see Auburn win.
Oh, please.
But the only reason I like to see Auburn win is because I don't like to see my wife unhappy.
Please.
You weigh those things. Auburn losing, my wife unhappy. Auburn winning, my wife happy.
What?
I choose.
Happy wife, my rear end. Forget that. I'm just kidding.
Okay.
All right. My wife's a Sanford girl, so it's like they never win.
Right, so it probably doesn't matter to her that much either, does it?
That's right. That's right.
Okay. All right, let's get back to this game, guys. Okay. Oh, wait, where we go?
We're doing the picks?
Go,
we're good.
go,
Let's
go,
do it.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. All right, we'll be here for a minute. Okay, so 2.5-point underdog, Texas traveling into Columbia. Who you got, Brad?
I'll take Ohio State. Done. Next.
Okay.
I'll take.
No, wait a minute. You said Columbia.
Columbus, I'm
and then
sorry.
I was like, wait a minute, I heard Columbia.
I meant to say Columbus, and I said Columbia.
I said Ohio State, and then when you said Columbia, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm not listening again. But, okay,
no, you weren't listening.
No, Ohio State,
and I'm misspeaking again.
I'll take Ohio State in the shoe.
The line has already moved to 1.5. It's actually in Texas' favor now. I will take the 2.5 points, and I will take Texas to cover.
Let's see. Brad picks Ohio State. Brian picks Texas. Brad won 9 games. He was 9-30 last year. You were well over 500. Honestly, I was going to go with the Longhorns anyway, and I'm going to go with the Longhorns plus the 2.5.
Watch this. I think y'all eat crow.
All right, let's move on to another big game. Alabama is a 13.5-point favorite over Florida State. The Tide, 13.5 points on the road. Florida State, of course, 2 years ago, Alabama squeaked into the college football playoffs over an undefeated Florida State team. A lot of people thought that was unjustified. Florida State, their opportunity for revenge for that now from 2 years ago. They had a horrible season last year where they won 4 games, 3, 4.
They were bad. They were bad.
They were really bad. Alabama coming off not quite as successful season as most Alabama fans would hope at 9-4, not double digits. But Bama, I think, is one of those teams that you can't sleep on this year.
Right.
I think they're loaded. I love being at the number 8 position. A chance to keep that motivation going, not overrated, not overconfident. I think Bama's going to be great this year. I think that Ty Simpson is going to be a really strong quarterback for Bama, a field general type with skills, but smart, experienced, field general type, and I think the Tide will win this one by 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, you know me. I don't pick against Alabama. We could be playing the 85 Bears, and I'll still take Alabama to cover the point. So I'll follow suit and take Alabama minus the 13.5.
Brad?
I don't have any reason to think that Florida State will be good at all. The only thing that Florida State has good going for it is what? Didn't they hire Gus Malzahn as their offensive coordinator?
And
they did.
A new defensive coordinator as well.
Is that right?
Yeah.
It just feels weird. I mean, Gus Malzahn at Florida State, doesn't that feel kind of, are they going to be weird all of a sudden like Malzahn has been? I don't think it matters. I'll take Alabama to cover the 13.5.
Hate that he did that.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Okay, now let's move to the Ugly Orange Bowl. Between Syracuse and Tennessee.
That's the biggest game of the day. Why don't you do that one last?
So much ugly orange on the field. I don't know if I'll be able to look at the screen. Tennessee is a 13.5-point favorite, and they're at home, is that right?
It's in Atlanta.
In Atlanta, all
Yes.
right. That's the Chick-fil-A game, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Chick-fil-A game, 13.5 on a neutral field. Who wants to go first? You want me to go first?
Well, go ahead.
I went first last time.
Yeah,
I went first.
Okay, I'll go ahead.
Brian.
Listen, I know Tennessee may be struggling a little bit on offense, trying to find a groove right now, but I think Syracuse is pretty bad, guys. I think Tennessee, they might come out and struggle a little bit early, but I think by the fourth quarter, Tennessee is comfortably ahead by 2 or 3 scores, so I'll take the Volunteers to cover, once again, I think with a relative amount of ease.
I just don't know if Joey, obviously Joey Aguilar is the unknown here, the starting quarterback for Tennessee. The Appalachian State transfer slash let's trade UCLA for Nico Iamaleava.
That's a crazy situation.
Yeah. So, Joey, here's the thing that you don't know about Joey unless you've read some stuff like I have. He throws a lot of touchdowns, but he also throws a ton of interceptions.
Yeah, I've heard that.
But the Josh Heupel offense doesn't really allow a whole lot of interceptions. Just the design of the offense doesn't create a lot of interceptions unless you're Joe Milton-esque, right? And you just can't throw it. You hit targets. I think Joey Aguilar is going to be able to hit some targets. The problem is, too, Tennessee doesn't have it has a pretty depleted wide receiver group. They only have about 7 scholarship wide receivers. And so we'll see who those guys become. But ultimately, I think Tennessee's probably better. I think Syracuse has got good coaching. I just don't think they have the talent to keep up with Tennessee. So I think Tennessee will cover.
So both of you go with the Vols.
Yes.
Yep. Okay. All right.
Please take Syracuse.
I'm tempted to, but I just cannot see And they're in the ACC.
Yes.
All right. Okay. I can't see an ACC team, like a middle of the road ACC team, against a semi upper echelon SEC school. Do anything.
Why'd you laugh?
13 and a half.
Why'd you laugh?
Because I said semi. I was expected you to be offended.
I'm not offended by what you say. Nobody trusts you anyway.
Okay, but 13 and a half points is a lot. That means Tennessee's got to win by 2 touchdowns. But I'll put some confidence in the Vols, and I'll go with the Vols as well. Okay, another big game, guys, is LSU, 3.5-point underdog at Death Valley, but not their own, at Clemson. This is the battle for the real Death Valley.
And is that
right?
game? That game is at Clemson.
It is.
Yeah, man.
It is.
Lee, that's going to be interesting.
Clemson is one of those teams that a lot of people are picking to be potential national champions.
Yeah.
Right?
A lot of
they're loaded.
preseason buzz.
And Dabo has done it in a different way, not through the transfer portal, but growing the guys, high school recruits, keeping them there, and going with the guys that he's got. Now, I'm pretty impressed with that, honestly, because it's very old school, and he's now starting to hopefully have some success with it. So they're 3.5-point favorites. Who you got? Brad, you go first.
I'll go first. I bet you're a huge Dabo
here.
fan. You kind of seem like one to me.
I'm not,
though. Okay, I think LSU is in a real pressure-packed situation. Brian Kelly is already on the hot seat, and I'm thinking, why? He's freaking good, and they're pretty good. But I will take LSU just because Clemson and Dabo will Dabo it.
Okay, what you got?
I know it seems like I'm just going against Brad here, which, might not be the worst strategy, but at the same time, I am going to take the Tigers of Clemson.
Okay, and I'm just going against Brad as a strategy, and I'm going to take the Tigers of Clemson as well. Okay, we got one more. Notre Dame, 2.5 points over Miami, another top 10 matchup. I've got the Irish. Who you got?
I'll take the Convicts.
I'll take the Irish as well.
Yes!
Irish, Canes, and Irish. Okay.
I'm going to be beating you guys bad.
Okay, we'll see. All right, let's get down to the field for the Tiger Rock. Go to the next one, please, for the Tiger Rock kickoff.
Here come the
Go
Convicts.
on, here we go. Get off of us. Get off of us. Oh, okay. Well, we're looking at us. They'll tell you what's happening until we can get the camera down on the field. Fielded at the 20 by Austin Cherry. He breaks it to the 30, up to the 35, and down to the 40-yard line. Nice return by Austin Cherry. The Pats will start out 1st and 10 right there.
I thought that was a pretty good tackle there by Justice Robinson. Kind of a fellow that didn't look like he probably was the quickest guy out there, and kind of grabbed onto Austin Cherry and didn't let go. So,
all right, so
wow, our press box stats say Hillcrest 70, Sparkman 10.
Yeah, it's glitching on her, so obviously she didn't enter in that many touchdowns. It's glitching
I hope it's
a little
foreshadowing.
Man, that'd be nice. Let's just get to 64.
Yeah, right.
Mm-hmm. I shouldn't say that.
For a school record. Yeah, well, there you go. All right, here's the toss to Jacoby Harris around right in. He spins forward, has 10, has 11, enough for a Stephen Fikes All-State first down into Sparkman territory at the 49. 48.
48. It's good. If we can get to the 40. And by the way, the scoreboard does now say 43.
Did you go in there and correct them?
I did, but they didn't correct it when I told them.
Did they not believe you or something?
No. We didn't actually have like a conversation like, hey, you need to fix it. It was like, don't you guys think it's 43? Pretty sure they scored an extra point.
Yeah. All right, here's the sprint option to the left side. Jordan Chambly keeps it and is pounded to the ground, but still a nice gain of about 6, making it 2nd down and 4 from the 43.
Austin's, I'll be honest, tonight I feel like we've seen a little bit more athleticism out of Austin.
Austin?
Why am I saying that?
Jordan.
Because you always get the names wrong. I do always get the names wrong. I do. Hey, Brad's getting their names wrong. Oh, always get his opportunity to jump. He takes advantage.
Jacoby on the toss sweep crosses the 40 down to the 38. He's very close to a Stephen Fikes All-State first down. Let's see, they're going to mark him.
Yeah, I think so, Brad. I think
yes,
so.
That's enough. They say move the chains.
I just felt like last week everything was relatively vanilla. Thought we were just better than Florence, and we didn't really have to do a whole lot. Tonight it's almost like we've opened it up just a tad, and Chambly has been able to show a lot more athleticism than what we saw last week.
He looks great out there tonight. He rolls out to his right looking downfield, slings it complete to Caden, and Caden is down the sideline for another Hillcrest touchdown. That's 3 on the night for the combination from Jordan Chambly to Caden Smith.
The little in and hard out route there by Caden Smith, and a good ball. And there was no safety help. Of course, you're not going to get a whole lot of help on the sidelines, but well delivered by Jordan. And then, of course, Caden just off to the races there, and you're not going to catch him in a lot of situations. Takes a lot of speed to do that.
And that extends the lead to 49 to 10 with 10:36 remaining in the third quarter. The Pats on fire on their first drive, moving it 60 yards down the field for the first score of the second half. And now the Dr. Brandy Patterson of Brookwood Women's Health Center extra point attempt from Elijah Miller. Elijah kicks it. It's up. It's good. 50-0.
Go 10. They do have points. They scored 10.
Oh, I'm sorry, 10.
Yeah, Brett's getting it wrong again.
Hey, Brian's got it wrong right now. Brian didn't change the score.
Brian's not in. Don't bring him into this.
See, now you did.
What?
You're just a little bit late getting the 50 up there.
Why are you trying to bring him into this? Hey.
It's like kids in school.
Who did it too? You know, here's what happens at my house.
50-0. Is that right?
Oh, no, 10.
Oh, my bad. I'm only listening to you.
Burn.
My favorite thing at my house is when I get on to my kids for stuff that they didn't do. You know, if somebody else does something and you start the old, I'll tell you what, if you ever did that, here's what would happen. And they're like, why are you yelling at us? I'm like, I just want to make sure that we're clear so that when you decide to smoke marijuana or whatever, this is what's going to happen.
That's right.
You have the discussion about that sometimes, about things that go wrong for other kids.
Oh, look, we got a new kicker in the game.
Yep.
Kicking off for the Pats.
It was a good kick.
It's a deep kick down to about the 8, fielded there, up to the 25, and out of bounds at the 26-yard line. That's the Patriots.
49.
Number 49, Angel Gonzalez. Is that how you pronounce his name?
I am going to say yep.
Okay.
We're going to say yes.
All right, the sophomore kicker,
did a good job.
Nice job getting it down to the 8-yard line. I wonder if they're just giving him an opportunity, or if Coach Mitchell isn't happy with the kickoffs that Elijah has had these past 4 or 5.
Was there a personal foul?
Was there a penalty?
The only thing I could possibly think is when DeMarcus made that tackle, he drove him a couple yards deep. I did not think it was, Brad, at all. But I can't think of anything else it could have been.
Yeah, he let up. He didn't take him to the ground.
Well, the officials thought it was enough, and it moves the ball up to the 41-yard line.
Well, the guilty party there is DeMarcus Ryle, who's actually played pretty well on kick coverage.
Looks like we got some new faces out there in defense as well, especially in the secondary. I'm noticing a couple.
Keaton Williams rolls to his right, throws across his body. Pass is intended for Zayden Bodner at about the Hillcrest 40, but it's out of his reach and incomplete.
He almost had that at the 40.
Sorry.
That sounds like something I would do. I don't know why my voice cracks like that. I'll be at tennis practice and I'll say something,
flaws. Stop pointing at my flaws.
Let's go. Get to the net. Get to the net.
You're a bully. You're a bully. Okay, 2nd down and 10. Keaton Williams. The little end-around pitch.
He's quick.
He reverses field and is able to pick up about 5 down to the 45-yard line. We'll call it 4 and make it 3rd down and 6.
I thought that kid was pretty quick. He moved around pretty well back there. I thought he got a lot more than what I thought he was going to get when he initially took it. It looked like a couple of Hillcrest defenders were closing in on him, and he was able to pick up pretty good yardage.
Okay. I've got a roster issue that I need to talk about here in just a second.
Oh, yay.
Because it's something that y'all brought up at halftime. Williams is back to pass.
Nope.
In and out of the hands of his receiver as he lunges for it at the 48-yard line of the Pats. Incomplete. Okay, we were talking about the name of number 8.
Okay.
I sent Madison into the other booth to talk to the Sparkman broadcast team to find out who number 8 was because he's not on our roster.
Right.
They said Braylon Lawson.
And it might be him.
Okay, but wait a minute. I just noticed that number 3, who carried the ball just a minute ago on that little end around we were talking about, is Braylon Lawson, and he's a running back. What did you say that the name of number 8 is?
I believe his name is Trey Dixon.
Trey Dixon.
Sparkman has a kid who is.
And another snap over the head of the punter. Wow. And he just falls on it at the 16-yard line. So, wow, that's 2 snaps over the head. And, you know, we were talking about special teams and their importance, and there's another reason special teams are so important. Look at that, 2 snaps over the punter's head tonight, 2 snaps up, and lots of yardage lost right there.
When you play a game against a team that you should beat, like for example, when tomorrow Mississippi State plays Southern Miss, you expect Mississippi State to beat Southern Miss. And so people are like, oh, it's not a big game. Until you lose it, and it's similar to special teams. You think, oh, that's not an important play until it goes really bad wrong.
Right.
And then you're like, wow, that's a big deal.
That's for sure. And look, the Pats in good field position once again after the turnover.
Field
and
position.
New players coming out onto the field. Yep, new quarterback for the Pats. And guess who it is? Harrison Colburn. Let's see if he can bulldoze his way into the end zone here. Love to see his bulldoze style. Here's a pitch out on the toss sweep to the Pats, Omari Taylor.
Is that who that was?
Was it 20?
I thought it was 38. Yeah, 38.
Oh, 38. Okay,
yeah.
I thought it was 20. My bad.
It's okay.
38, and that would be Caden May, the sophomore running back.
Caden May. All right.
He picks up 2 down to the 15-yard line. The Pats in the Centel Home Design red zone already, starting out this drive there. Here's the belly G. This time it is to number 20, and that's the Pats' Omari Taylor, and he moves it forward for a gain of about 8, and I believe that's enough for a Stephen Fikes All-State first down. Yes, it is, down to the 6.
Yeah, that's nicely done. And I'd love to see, I don't think we're going to see a super aggressive set of play calling, especially with the ability to run the ball right now. There is a lot of time left. 8:40 to play in the third. Although it does say period 9. I mean, wow.
The snap, the handoff over right guard. There goes Caden May once again, but not a whole lot of room as he moves it maybe a yard forward down to the 5. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 5.
why does it say quarter 9?
Why is that an option?
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess it's because if you were, you know, the scoreboard doesn't just serve for fifth. It doesn't just work for football. So maybe if it was for, I don't know.
What?
Yeah, baseball.
Oh, look, the little bootleg here. Not successful there for Harrison Colburn, though, as he's chopped down at about the 6.
I feel like that was a blown play. I'm not sure.
You don't think it was an intended
I don't
bootleg?
Think so.
Okay.
No. Obviously, I'm not looking at the replay, but it just felt blown up. So, like, if the Armstrongs, we were sitting at the table, if you mess up that play, you're going to sit on the bench.
What did I do? What did I do, Dad? It's like that kid on A Christmas Story when Ralphie blames him for what he said, you know, and his mom starts beating him. What did I do? What did I do? He didn't even do anything. Harrison Colburn in shotgun takes the snap, rolls back, looks downfield, scrambles around, pulls forward, and boom. Collision at the 2, and Colburn is down right there.
That's a big
It'll be
collision.
4th and 2.
That was a big
Especially
collision.
for a 14-year-old.
Yeah.
Harrison's not afraid of some contact.
Well,
that's
he
for
just
sure.
proved it. Wow,
He just proved it.
Yeah, that was some sort of collision. You're right.
Is there a flag or something in the clock?
I don't know that. There's a clock.
Oh, there's a flag.
there.
There's a flag on the far side 10-yard line.
Oh, okay. What do we got here?
What is it? Some sort of formation penalty? Feels like it's against us, boys.
Yeah, it is because we were down to the 2, I believe.
10-yard penalty. What was the penalty?
Was it a hold?
Couldn't have been a hold out there. I mean, I wouldn't think.
Why not? I mean,
I guess it
could have been.
was. I mean, it just felt like the play wasn't anywhere near that.
Okay.
Man.
Well, anyway, it's 3rd down and goal now from the 15-yard line. Harrison Colburn under center. He's back to pass. He slings this one wildly, and he's lucky that it doesn't get intercepted because the Sparkman Senator was right there to catch it but could not hold on at the goal line. So now we're going to get a chance to see Elijah Miller come out and kick a field goal, I believe. No, actually, it's not going to be Elijah Miller. It's going to be
your boy Angel
Gonzalez.
Sorry, I was laughing at something in the booth.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Gonzalez will attempt a 33-yard field goal, but there is a timeout by Hillcrest on the field. So with this timeout, we will take a break. Your score, listen to this, Hillcrest 50.
Sam, what initially drew you to become a member of Alabama Credit Union, and how has your experience evolved since then?
Yeah, so I came for college, and my dad and I came down, and Alabama Credit Union was convenient to campus. Being young, first time opening a bank account, and looking for some relationship, and so that's where I started. And then over the years, I have gotten married, had a family, and so it's just been with me every step of the way, and in relationship with me.
Sam, what initially drew you to become a member?
With the 33-yard field goal attempt from Angel Gonzalez, the snap, the placement, the kick is up, and the kick is no good. Didn't quite hit that one just right. So the extra point, not the extra point, the field goal attempt is no good. 6:49 remaining here in the third quarter. Hillcrest up 50-10. The only real drama that we have left tonight, Brad, I believe, is whether Hillcrest will score 64-plus points or not.
Well,
and the reason for that is the record for Hillcrest is 63.
That feels like not that important of drama, but at the same time, I understand the reason why we would be concerned. You start getting to the point where I don't care if they get there.
We got to have something.
I know it. To discuss.
To discuss, yeah.
Yeah, well,
or we could just start picking topics and discussing them.
Okay. First topic is this play.
Okay, that's a good one. Here's a handoff. And whoa, and the topic there is a great tackle. Let's see who came in there and got that. Was that Marvin? That was Marvin Johnson coming in from his outside linebacker
was it number
position.
27? Was it Kingston?
I thought it was 28.
Oh, I thought it was Kingston Jackson. You may be right.
Okay. You may be right. I may be crazy.
Write that down. That sounds like a song.
It does.
Billy Joel.
Yeah, my favorite.
Yep.
Interestingly enough, my favorite singer and Baker's favorite singer.
I wonder how that happened.
I don't know. I got it from him. Yeah. Williams is back to pass, tries to flip it over the line to his running back out of the backfield, but it falls incomplete, and it will be 3rd down and 11.
The lights are slated to stay until midnight, so we're good. But I know I got to do that. Right. I don't know. I got on there pretty quickly. You may have.
All right, guys, so 3rd down and 11, and we got another timeout. Yeah, we got another timeout. So Tidwell Paint and Body timeout. Let's take this moment to talk about Jason Tidwell now. We said we would give him his props later on.
Well, he certainly deserves it. I mean, he's been a sponsor for us for a really long time. This is the 12th year of the broadcast?
Yep.
Is that right?
Yes, 12.
And
that's right.
in 12 years, I'm pretty sure, hasn't he been a sponsor all 12 years?
There may have been one season when he wasn't, but you may be right.
But, I mean, he was an original sponsor back in 2014, correct?
Yeah.
And, that, I don't know, he's just been he and his family have been a huge part of what we've done here at Hillcrest. And, of course, what we try to continue to do. So we're thankful to him. He had 2 daughters who went to school here. Of course, Brian and I have had the benefit of coaching one of them.
And Lauren and Carmen, both great girls.
Well, they were both fantastic, yeah. And then, of course, we used to talk about Chloe the Papillon.
That's right. That's right. I see Chloe every time I go out there and talk to Jason. All right, Williams back to pass, scrambles free, slings it forward, but it is trapped, I believe, at the 20-yard line. No, they're saying he caught it. Yeah, makes the catch, and that's enough for a 1st down for the Senators. Move the chains, and they're up to the line of scrimmage. Gosh, if you're a team that's down 50-10, I mean, what are you thinking here? Just Play for pride.
Get your kid. Oh, I don't know. You just try to play hard every play.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what you do.
Right. All right, so a run on first down, a pickup of about 5 to the 36-yard line. It'll be second down and 5. They're still, I guess this is just their MO that they do this hurry-up offense.
You remember when you were a kid and you'd play against somebody older than you and they didn't have any mercy on you?
Yes.
And you didn't care. You just kept playing really hard anyway?
That's right.
Yep. You didn't care what the score was. You just kept competing.
That's right. Williams back to pass, and he almost sacked. He releases it just in time before he gets hit. It falls incomplete. Great pressure there by the Hillcrest defense.
And Brett, to your last point, they're starting a new season next week too, just like us though in region play.
Yeah,
so that's what their coaches
Yep.
are preaching is, hey, let's get ready for next week. Because they were a point away from making the playoffs last year.
That's a good point, no pun intended, that they're playing for pride but also playing to improve before they start region play. Because, again, this game does not matter.
Were you trying to do like some alliteration? Because you were really emphasizing the P's right there. It felt like you were about to say.
Well, it's a good thing I wasn't facing you, because then you didn't have to face the spittle that was coming from the P's.
I pontificated.
Please make your point.
That is, yeah. Well, you can tell it's 50-10. So
there's a lot of time left.
Man.
This is when it gets good, right?
By the way,
you've been waiting.
Here comes the craziness. You probably better stay tuned.
Here's the, what'd you say his name was? He's got a good run going here to the outside. He breaks it free, 50, 45, 40, 35, 30, 25, and finally pushed out of bounds at about the 22-yard line. That is Trey Dixon, we are told. Sorry, Trey, we've been misrepresenting you most of the night, but hey, we were told by one of your broadcasters that you were Braylon Lawson. So what are we supposed to do, right?
Well, Trey has actually had a pretty good night. And that
has
just kind of added to his positive yardage night tonight for the Senators.
All right, so they're in the Centel Home Design red zone, trying to add to their 10 points that they put up so far. Williams rolls out, slings it to the back of the end zone, but out of bounds, incomplete, and there is a flag on the play?
Pretty sure it's lineman downfield.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because there was a lineman downfield, and then he threw the forward pass, so he's going to tap the top of his hat is what I expect.
I don't think I blame that lineman.
Yeah.
He looks like he had a good 10, 12 yards he could have run with, Brad.
Yeah. By the way, that we were going to try to bring – we were talking a little bit about the potential of having a Mission Express stat for Trey Dixon.
That's right, Brad.
Trey Dixon?
That's it.
Yeah.
And so, again, thanks to Mission Express for being a new sponsor and sponsoring our stat line. By the way, if you go to Mission Express and you mention the Hillcrest football broadcast,
you get 1 quarter off.
You get
25 cents.
You get
this game, a dime.
You can get a free air freshener, which is always a nice thing to have when you go to the car wash. So, you know.
It'd be nice to have up here in the booth with you guys.
No doubt. Oh, at least you got your.
All right, there's Trey Dixon on the carry once again. He moves it forward 5 yards, and it'll be second down and 10.
I would like to know, I will say, if you go to Mission Express and you mention the Hillcrest football broadcast, I want to know how many of you are going to go. That's why I want some sort of count. I need Chase to make sure this counts.
Over under 1.5.
No, over. I'm telling you.
It probably would have been a lot more effective if you had mentioned it earlier in the broadcast, because, people probably tuning out at 50 to 10.
No way. Are
That's
you
when they
kidding me?
tune in?
That's just when people are going to be like,
that's when the show
broadcast
begins.
is getting ready to get right.
That's when the show starts, baby.
Yes.
Williams scrambling, completes this one down to about the 12, inside the 10, the 5, and down at the 1 yard line after the completion. So first and goal for the Senators.
Novak Djokovic moves on to the 4th round after the big 3rd round victory over, I think, Cam Norrie, Griff's favorite player. I was kidding. Cam Norrie's not Griff's favorite player.
He doesn't like him?
Not at all.
What you're saying? Okay. All right, so first and goal now for the Sparkman Senators. Keaton Williams in shotgun calling the signals. Hands it off to his running back, Trey Chapman, who runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Sparkman. Trey, what is his last name?
Trey Dixon.
Trey Dixon.
We're just coming up with names.
Yeah. Hey, listen,
that was a great head.
Pick a name, any name.
Michael Wiggins.
Former Hillcrest student.
Yeah, man.
Is that where you got that one?
I didn't mean to get it from there, but yeah, sure.
Okay. Anyway, with 3:05 remaining in the ninth quarter.
It's the ninth quarter.
According to the scoreboard. Hillcrest now up 50 to 17.
What is in that bottle? What? Man.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, the problem is we still have a 10th quarter to play, and it's already 9:14.
We need to get that hot clock ready.
Man, seriously.
Well, let's check the stat line. Our stats.
Mission Express stat line.
Our stats were glitching.
For stats, I think Mission Express Car Wash. Remember, exit 76.
Six or seven.
It's 76. I'm pretty sure. Yes, it's 76. It's the east end of Tuscaloosa, Skyline Boulevard. Go up past Cracker Barrel, where you go up to 5 points, and it's right there.
Okay.
So that's where you need to go.
And Tiger Rock sponsors our kickoffs, and we got another Tiger Rock kickoff coming your way. And look, I'm going to look at the Mission Express stats line here because I know it's been glitching tonight, and we should get some interesting numbers here.
We up to 100?
Yeah, he's like, wow.
What is
Trey
ours?
Dixon's got 32 touchdowns.
Well, the score now is 89 to 10.
Okay.
Wow.
Hillcrest.
Well, that's interesting. Get outside.
Tiger Rock kickoff. Nice return there by the Pats' Omari Taylor as he moves it forward to the 39-yard line, and the Pats' offense will start there, 1st and 10.
A couple RSV Design scoreboard updates here.
There you go.
We got Tuscaloosa County trailing big to number 1 5A Viger, 48 to 14. Parker up on Mountain Brook, 27 to 11. Prattville, the aforementioned Prattville, drilling Stanhope Elmore 36 to 13.
Wow.
End of the third.
Okay,
Jackson
let's see how many votes they get this week.
Demopolis 34 to nothing.
Jackson over Demopolis.
Yes.
I've got Hoover over Spain Park 14 to 3.
Oh, wow. Here's a toss, sweep, and whistles.
The kid got in the neutral zone.
Spain Park team that handled these Sparkman Senators last week. Pike Road upset, tie game. Pike Road Enterprise 17-17 going to the fourth.
Chelsea 27, Wetumpka 16 in the battle of we don't care, except for I didn't see. That was a score that I saw.
Saraland 26-0 over Blunt. Doesn't matter to us.
The score of the week, though, after this play took place last night, and we'll talk about that here in just a moment, and that one directly affects Hillcrest. Here's the toss sweep, and it's on the ground, but scooped up by the Pats' Caden May after he dropped it, but he doesn't go anywhere, and he'll be tackled right at about the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd down and about 5. It was Vestavia taking on Auburn at home last night. Was the final 42-14? Was that it? 42-14, Vestavia beat Auburn, the powerhouse 7A team, always in the mix in 7A. Vestavia looking especially strong, guys. Just what we needed, a team that was kind of middle of the road, but still strong last year, looking just incredible at the beginning of the season.
Doubt.
Speaking of Class 7A Region 3, Hewitt leads Gadsden City 42-7.
Tacked on one more.
Great. It's wonderful having all these teams looking so good.
Brent, as Harrison goes up the middle for a yard, Brent, I agree 100%. Vestavia is middle of the road in our region. But, overall in 7A, they're definitely one of the top 7-8 teams. They are perennially. But within our region, they are behind the Hoover, Thompson, Hewitts.
Thompson leads Grayson.
No, they already lost.
Oh, they lost.
Yeah, 24-23.
Wow, why does it say an hour ago?
They lost.
They must have just
because that was posted an hour ago.
Well, they must have reposted it an hour ago. Why would they do that? Okay. Well, that was bad. Pisgah and 5, 14 apiece.
Ooh,
that's probably actually a fantastic game. the Eagles of Pisgah versus the Fife Red Devils.
It's something where they've not gone 0-2, I believe, since the 80s, maybe.
Fife,
that's right.
By the way, last night I don't know if we mentioned this or not, but Muscle Shoals defeated Florence 34-7.
Oh, I don't think I saw that.
Yeah, and I was thinking,
wow, really?
Yeah. I mean, now Muscle Shoals is pretty good, but I mean, you would think that seems ugly to me.
Poor Florence.
Whew. Man, that's bad.
Tough. All right, so it's 3rd down and 8 for the Pats from the 41-yard line.
If you ever lose to somebody.
Harrison Colburn back to pass, rolls out to his right, looks downfield, has nobody, just releases it to throw it out of bounds to avoid the sack. It'll be 4th and 8 for the Pats. 59.9 seconds remaining here. Hey, it's the 3rd quarter, guys. We lost 6 quarters there.
Hey! They got it right.
Whoa. We went on a diet, on a quarters diet.
It's still 1st and 10.
Yep.
It's been 1st and 10 the whole game.
It's been 1st and 10 all night.
But for a while, it was 1st and 10 in the 9th quarter.
Yeah.
For a good while.
Stephen Fike's getting his money's worth because he's gotten a lot of first downs tonight. Every play.
Wow.
Well, my bad. I'm going to mute myself for a second.
The actual score out there, everybody, in case you don't know, is 50-17. Hillcrest set up to punt now, and looks like there's a timeout on the field. With a timeout on the field, this Tidwell Paint and Body timeout, we will take a break, and we're back after this on the Hillcrest Football Broadcast Network.
Ignite is a high school student employment initiative. We have a summer job fair, and a lot of employers have hired students from the summer job fair.
If you are not involved in Ignite, you should be involved in Ignite. It will be the best decision that you will make for your company in the hiring process.
It's an opportunity to grow your own workforce, to mentor young people. You can help give back to the community by helping students engage in a productive activity. Ignite is a high school student employment initiative.
Not a terrible punt by Gunner. Good hop, good bounce.
Okay, the punt, was that Gunner? Yeah, Gunner the punter. Rolls down to the 10-yard line, so a nice job by Gunner, Webb, and the punt. And the Sparkman Senators will take over at their 10.
That was not a great looking punt by Gunner, but he did get the benefit of a roll. I saw he was a little disappointed, but
hey, the result is what matters, right?
I agree. That's exactly what I was getting ready to say. He shouldn't be too disappointed.
It's like when you frame a shot in tennis, but it still goes where you want it to go. It still counts the same.
Yeah, put that hand up though.
Yeah.
Go back to Griffin Armstrong.
Yeah.
That's one of his pet peeves.
Yep.
I watched
people
Gunner.
Don't put their hand up.
They were like,
on a miss hit.
Yeah.
Sorry about
Winner. I was watching warm-ups. Mitchell's out there with the specialists, the punters, and the kickers, and he and Gunner sat there and talked for a good 10 minutes. Everything from how to catch the ball to where to drop the ball, but it was just one-on-one with Jamie and Gunner.
All right. Williams takes it. Little toss sweep end around to the 20. He makes a move. Pushed out of bounds at about the 25. Pick up a 15 on the little toss end around for the Sparkman Senators, Braylon Lawson. And that's enough for a first down.
You saw Mason Swindle come up there trying for the big hit, and Coach Palmore was on him a little bit, telling him, you just wrap him up, push him out of bounds. Make sure you save those yards.
I want him to stay inbounds.
Me and you both.
All right, here goes Trey. What's his last name?
Trey
Dixon.
Trey Dixon on a big pickup of about 22 down to the 42-yard line. .27 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Hillcrest up 50-17. Second team defense on the field now.
What'd you say? I'm going to.
Williams is back
on
to
it, I
pass,
think.
being pressured. He has to just throw it out of bounds. Stops the clock at 10 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Second down and 10. Guys, here's the thing. So much time left, so much time for the second team defense to be out there against their first team offense.
Yeah. Good thing.
You know, this score is not going to be, I don't think it's going to be indicative of how dominant Hillcrest has been when all is said and done.
As soon as I think this play is over, Kevin,
Here goes Trey Dixon around right in. Another nice pickup of about 12 down to the 40-yard line.
I'm turning it off. Here goes.
And that's the end of the third quarter.
Turning what off? Oh, we're doing the stay here. We're staying here. Yeah.
There we go.
Woo! You did that by your phone. Okay. We get the music. Yeah, here we go. Jump around, everybody. Somebody go out there and tell him to get a shot of our crowd.
Fans, get into it. It's the only reason you got the beat.
What's my time mark over there? Do you know how long it's been in?
This is the first time our cameraman, Darius Thomas, has experienced.
What's that, buddy?
He doesn't know.
I got it. That's okay.
First time our cameraman, Darius Thomas, has experienced
What do you run it to?
the third quarter
I run it to about a
blackout
minute.
and jump around,
minute,
so he
minute,
didn't know to
15
move his camera to show
I'm going to go in about
the crowd.
1 minute. Okay, tell me at 1:15 seconds. Then we'll turn it back on. Okay. Hold on, I got to turn it back on.
Yeah.
But I got to change the time.
Uh-oh. Better hurry.
I know it.
It's on you, buddy.
Crap.
You're making us stay later
Crap.
here.
Turn it off. I got it. Go ahead. Turn it on.
Whistle.
Yep, I know it.
Okay, they're like,
coming back on.
okay, Armstrong, we want to play
It's coming back.
football.
Should be back on.
It's
there we
not.
go.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Now the problem is
Delay of game
I
on
got to
Brad
change
Armstrong.
my time because I had to go with 10 o'clock. So I have to try to change the time. I hope it. What now? I'm going to wait because I hope it doesn't screw it up.
Delay of game on Brad Armstrong. That's a 15-yard penalty against the Patriots.
Yeah. Yay.
Leaving the lights off for too long.
Well, I tried to change it to later, and I had gotten a little bit messed up on my clock.
And here's a run around right in on first down to the 36-yard line. Please stay in bounds. He was in bounds. Okay. Hey, got another RSV Design scoreboard update. A good one with Auburn and Baylor. Auburn up 17-10 now with 7 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Also a really good one between Georgia Tech and Colorado. They're tied at 13 in the third. Here's the snap, the little shovel pass forward. The running back is able to pick up the first down to the 25-yard line. Good thing is he stays inbounds. The clock stops momentarily for the chains to move. But you were hoping that they had decided on a hot clock. Is that what you're saying, Coach P?
I'm a little bit surprised they haven't.
You guys going to watch some football tomorrow?
I might watch a play or two.
I might
day.
I might get up out of my chair to like go to the bathroom or something.
See, I had to say nice things about Lindsay in the pregame because, I'm going to be watching football all day, and she's going to be very frustrated with me, so had to get on her good side before tomorrow, right?
That's right. That's right.
Offsides against the Patriots, that's 5 yards. First down and 5.
Offsides against Hillcrest.
That, by the way, it looks like the guilty party there was the whole team.
Right. Clock rolling at 10:54 remaining in the game. Patriots, number 2 defense, trying to keep Sparkman out of the end zone. The snap, the pass across the middle, and it is incomplete. Nice delivery there by the quarterback, Williams, but unable to hold on is number 6, Cameron Reynolds, the wide receiver.
Kamarian Hanks on the defensive play there for Hillcrest. Give him his due.
Yeah. Timed it out well right as the ball arrived and was able to knock it free.
It's good to stop the clock.
Oh, Auburn just scored.
Well, they sure did.
Good.
5:49 remaining in the third quarter. They're up now 23-10, 24-10 with the extra point. And snap, the handoff to Trey Dixon.
Yep.
Okay.
You're all over it, buddy.
I don't know why I can't remember the name Dixon, but I'm going to get it now.
It's because you said something else for so many times. Yep.
Where did I get Chapman from anyway?
I don't know.
It just like came out of nowhere.
That is who sent me the text about the
Oh,
name,
it is?
though. Yes, that was Wes Chapman. who sent
Okay,
me
because
about the
that's where I
name.
got
Yes,
Chapman because
that's
I
my
looked
guess.
at it on your
Correct,
text
yes.
and I saw it. And subliminally, that was there. That's funny. It's funny the way an old brain works. Y'all say you want me to.
Go ahead. Absolutely.
We did not have a scoreboard strip though.
There's a kick, and the guy's running, and he's around. He's running some more. What is that? 38. 38. That's Katie May.
Okay. All right. Now, why am I so soft?
First and 10 for the Patriots.
Why is my mic? No, there I am. Okay.
We're back. I mean, I'm watching it on YouTube, I guess.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. See, guys. Now look. When things like that happen, we have a backup plan.
Yes. Excellent.
Right?
What's the backup?
Okay. Now
It went dead.
Kylie, I need you to get on.
Turn it back on?
This because are you on the backup plan on the sponsors?
The yellow ones? Yeah.
Okay, so you know what to do there, right?
Yes.
The backup plan.
This is the backup plan. Don't panic.
The backup
plan. You're prepared for this.
But
Cut that crap back on.
Let's imagine hypothetical situation. We're playing Hoover next week and something like this happens. Guess what? We're off for a couple of minutes and we're back because of the backup plan. We're going to panic.
Carried by the Patriots number 24.
Why don't you reset us here?
Okay, well, Sparkman just scored, right, to make the score 50-24. Sorry, we don't have our scoreboard working now because we think that our main computer overheated, and that's when we lost power for that and had to go to the backup plan. So we do not have the score script for you. Coach B? Well, never mind.
I can do whatever.
Well, I was going to tell you, because you know how to pull up the scoreboard on the yellow box.
Right.
Pull up a new scoreboard and put it up there.
I could. All right, get down.
Wait for that clock to run out.
What's up? Oh, okay.
All right. Here's a pitch out.
Oh, Katie May, tackle goes over.
Yeah, it looks like it. At the 39-yard line.
38, Katie May.
A little bit of a collision, number 82. I think that's number Tyson Stacy right there.
Brings up third down.
And a lot of young faces out there. We say this every year.
It's a little bit more
Yeah. We're getting games like this. These kids practice hard. You know, Coach Mitchell wants to get them in, get them some work. Because they're vital not only to this year's team, but to the future success of this team.
Nice. Let your starters.
Yeah, getting some rest before next week and Hoover U. Busted play, but running hard as always is the pass
Harrison's
Harrison's got a ways to go. He's only 4
Brings up fourth down.
Cannot be questioned, guys. through the Jamboree and then a couple games this season, man, he's a tough kid.
Play field game, 4th and 4.
I said this during the Jamboree. He reminds me of somebody I still can't put my finger on.
What do you think of the Colburn cannon?
He's a thrower.
He's like a cannonball.
Okay.
Colburn cannonball.
That sounds good. But now I like cannonball better than cannon.
We need something like a bulldozer, or how about a ground cleaner?
I know, that's exactly what I was
like I can't think of the word.
We need like Harrison the
Caterpillar, but I don't mean Caterpillar
right.
like turning
I
into a
thought that too.
butterfly. I mean like the construction equipment.
I thought the same exact thing. Pitt's not a bad punt there, don't
Williams.
Oh, was that touched?
No. Tough spot. Come on, get over there.
Dylan Banks. Freshman Dylan Banks, it looked like I don't know, but down at
Dylan Banks.
Sparkman 29.
6 minutes and 14 seconds.
I'm
remaining
trying,
in the game.
just FYI, if you're listening. Lights are set to go off at 10. I have a timer to remind myself to turn them on, but I'm trying to wait to manipulate them after the game, so just in case.
So what are you trying to say? If you were,
I'm hoping that the lights
will they last 23 minutes?
Yeah, that's exactly right. 23 minutes between us and the 6 minutes and 14 seconds left on the clock.
Maybe do the secret signal down to the White House.
Yeah.
My question for you, Brad, is why you always say if you're listening. Because if you're not listening, you don't hear the question.
I agree. I thought about that too. It's a redundant question.
It is.
I get it. You know, I think it's one of those
If you're not
things.
listening,
Yeah,
I'd
but
like
I
to
think,
ask you something.
Okay, but here's my caveat. Okay. How many times are you talking and I don't hear you?
Quite often.
And I mean, I'm just saying, or
And vice versa.
Yeah, because a little bit earlier in the broadcast, I know we've done this to each other, and Brian too. Brian will say something, and you say, touchdown, somebody, you're like, we just said that. Or I'll do the same thing.
Yeah.
I know I do. So
there's a lot to think about.
Maybe I should say, pay attention. We interrupt this broadcast for the broadcast.
Okay, and you always talk to the listeners too, which we have very few of on Mixer. We have a lot of viewers. So you should say if you're watching.
Oh, okay.
Okay. You want a trivia question, guys?
Yes, bring it on.
Last one-score game.
Marcus Ryle on the stop. Gain of 1.
The last one-score game?
Oh man. Surely it was last year.
No,
it was not.
No,
we didn't have any one-score games last year. You mean you mean with the score total within? Yes.
We either won by Boston or lost by West Pittsburgh.
I just wanted to clarify you didn't mean when the score was.
Okay, so 2023. I know the last one that I can think of is the beginning of the 2021 season when a one game, we beat Pike Road 28-21.
Has been a game since.
Okay.
I'll give you a hint.
So it's got to be.
What's up? What's up? Well, that was in 20.
No,
you're real close. It's the road game immediately following the Pike game game you referenced. First road game after that.
Home one?
We beat
Third down and 9.
Northridge 30 to 23
in 2022.
Yes,
so
man.
It's been on Monday. That would be 3 years since we had it.
Yes, sir.
Play him in tennis. Hit him in tennis.
I mean, I'm not saying it's not important. I'm not saying it's not
very
important. But it's just beat them in anything.
Okay, guys, this is an interesting game going on our TV screen out here. We have an RSV design school.
So if you're watching us, you're not watching this.
If you're watching us, you're not watching that game, so that's why I'm telling you about it.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, Auburn 24, Baylor 10, but Baylor threatening 3rd and goal with 1:22 remaining in the 3rd quarter. They're on the Auburn 4-yard line.
Timeout, Sparkman. This timeout brought to you by Tidwell Paint and Body. Thanks again to Jason Tidwell for sponsoring timeout tonight and all season long.
Sleepy timeout.
And we appreciate you giving Sparkman another timeout to be able to use. And 4:43 left in the game. There's 4:43 left on the clock and 19 minutes between us and 10 o'clock.
Sparkman facing Austin next week, guys, for their second home game of the season.
All right, let's see. What is Austin?
Okay, Auburn is going for it. I'm sorry, Baylor is going for it.
You gotta have it.
Oh, the swing pass.
He's gonna score.
He is in the end zone.
Oh, he spiked it. That's a flag. In college football, that should be a flag.
So, there's your scoreboard update, 24-16, pending the extra point.
I can't find a Northridge score really. I got one.
Northridge never puts anything on social media. I mean,
well, they won last
Well,
week.
I did see, by the way, did you guys happen to see Tuscaloosa City put out some stuff on social media today? I'm sorry, call this point.
All right, here we go. Kickoff. I'm sorry, the punt return by Gunner Webb. Nice return by Gunner. He catches it at about 49, his own 49, and runs it down to the Sparkman 30.
No, what was I doing?
Something about City Street.
Oh, Tuscaloosa City put out basically like a post, Twitter, Instagram, whatever, and it said something to the effect of, "We hope you have a great, long Memorial Day weekend." They had to take it down, but it's, one of our counselors brought it in, she said, "Check this out," and I was thinking, you got to take advantage of something like that and be like, it's already been a long story. We meant that. But it said Memorial Day weekend.
Sophomore Noah Banks.
Friends and I used to go Labor Day caroling.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I'm serious.
Let's go.
Show up at my house singing.
We even wrote a Labor Day carol. So.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Carried by number 35, Marcel Black.
You know what? It tracks because you went to county. Oh, man. Did somebody call me? What you got? How many people? What you got?
RSV Design scoreboard update. Huffman looking to keep Columbia winless since 2015.
Under 4 minutes to play.
14-0 in the fourth quarter. Very well answered.
But I don't have a charger. What was the Hawkins score?
14-0 over Columbia. Looking if in fact they are unsuccessful to win this game.
Handoff goes to number 38, James May.
Aren't they making a documentary about that?
I don't know if they are, but I've seen a lot. No, I think they are. I've seen a lot of social media buzz about it, like nationally, so it makes me think there's something coming out.
Prairie View A&M, right? For the summer. Do you remember that?
Legion.
Yes.
Like 100
Yes.
yeah.
They lost so many games in a row. And then finally they beat somebody, and it was like national champ. I could imagine that.
There was somebody else in college football that was it Northwestern? Northwestern had a really long losing streak.
That doesn't feel right, but
look that up. Brian, longest losing streak in college football history.
Prairie View A&M. I don't know if that's the.
They lost 80 in a row from 89 to
Marcel Black on the carry.
Okay. Can you look up the other longest ones?
The fact that I remember that.
4th down and 5.
Youngest one among the players.
You know what? That's right. I sure am, and I look it. That's good. For the two of you who are listening, you're getting your money's worth. Hey, by the way, if you're one of the two people watching and listening, go to Mission Express Card and tell them we sent you. We might give you a whole bag of refreshments. Noah Banks at quarterback.
Okay.
Toss out to Caden Maine. Caden is around 4-0, nothing. It's going to be first down Sparkman.
Northwest Caden May on the carry. play fails to gain the first
I don't know why you're high.
It was only 34, so it wasn't right, but it was Division I, I believe.
Under 2 minutes to play.
34.
Okay, longest in Division I. Northwestern, yep. From what years? 79 to 82?
Oh, that was before Brian and I were born. Okay.
It wasn't.
But there's no way I knew anything about college football in 79. I was 2.
For the Patriots matchup against the
You were 17.
Buccaneers.
Oh, crap. You scoffed. I said 17. By the way, Auburn just scored a touchdown again. So, with 43 seconds to go in the third, Auburn currently leads Baylor 30-17, extra point pending. For the Tigers. By the way, I got my 1.5. I took that. I told you. Oh, bubble!
Oh, come on!
Well, it's 50-24, and I need the clock to expire within the next 13 actual time minutes.
Are the steady light's going to go off at 10?
No, I'm going to manipulate it, but I don't want to manipulate it during the game just in case I turn them off.
Loss of 4,
I'm pretty sure I can load any time without turning them off. But I just don't want to mess it up. Yes. Bubble again. Oh!
Incomplete pass. Third down at 14.
Expressing with his body language his pleasure.
I know. By the way, that was a kick return touchdown by Auburn to score back. I missed that somehow.
98 yards.
Man. That's Sean Pleasant.
Right after the Baylor touchdown.
Yep. Baylor feeling pretty. We're right back in it. Oh, man.
Yep. Meanwhile, Lindsey Jones happy. The Jones household right now watching this. All right. So that was 4th down?
Waylon Margaret.
Fourth down coming now. 4th and 4.
4th down and 3. Under 1 minute to
don't.
play. Under 1
he doesn't
minute.
go for it. Don't go for it. I don't care. There's 53
This is
seconds
going to be,
play.
well, will it be the last play?
No.
No. Well, if they
get the first down.
If they get the first down, it might be.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, God, none of us picked that.
They run around.
Play fails to gain a first down, and the Patriots take over on down.
Still running. Oh,
But it has to stop.
I know it. But I was okay with it.
In the game.
What do you think is next? If you're Coach Mitchell, what do you do in this situation?
Take a knee.
Oh! Good play. Good play.
Yeah.
Good play.
And he does. I'm be shocked if he doesn't.
Well, of course you take it. Being facetious.
And it's good. It's a good win. It's a good win. I thought the boys played pretty well. Obviously, the majority of the points that were given up by Hillcrest here were by third-team defense.
Right.
So ultimately, the score as we were playing straight up was 50-10. They scored 2 touchdowns late to make the score what it is, and pretty good effort overall.
Patriots in victory formation.
Absolutely. Great effort. There's the knee.
And that's the ball game. And this one belongs to the Patriots.
Hillcrest 24. Back after this with our
Sparkman,
post-game show.
24.
Hillcrest football broadcast.
Have a safe trip home.
Are we still on? Okay. I didn't know if there was anything.
This is new. We'll figure it out. We'll find out what's going on. Now, okay, we're back, I guess. All right. Are we slow? Oh, no, it's repeating, so you got to blend it.